Breakup. Dump they already had.
Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, people? Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Hello. How you all doing? Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Go ahead and click your like button and say something so I'll know you are here. Hello. It's an amazing Monday. An awesome Monday. What a friend we have in Jesus. What a privilege to God.
Intro.
Everything to God. Hello. If you join us, please say something so I'll know you are here. If you join us. Say something. Sister Ogeche Lele, God bless you too. Hello, thank you for joining us. If you come in and join us, say something so that I'll know you are here. Please go ahead and share. Invite someone to join us too. Invite someone to join us. It's an amazing Monday. Are you enjoying your Monday, guys? Are you enjoying your Monday? It's an amazing Monday. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So our topic today is He Dumped Me. He dumped me. And I'm going to ahead and give an intro to what we mean by he dumped me. You know, this is usually, I don't know if I'm going to say it's a very common phrase now or something that happens more often now, you know, but I'm going to say one or two things that inspired the topic, you know, most of the time. And before I go into that, let's say a 1 minute prayer because I know that somebody's mindset about him or herself. And also, I'm sure God wants to speak to somebody in this meeting. You know, this is usually not a religious meeting, but of course, you know, we are pastors, so we always slide in the God that we have, which is the ultimate. You know, for any relationship to work and to be successful, some God in there, right? So, Father, in the name of for this meeting. Thank you for gathering us. Thank you for an awesome moment like this. Thank you because I know you have brought somebody here to speak to the person. Thank you because I know you have brought somebody to bless the person, to change the person's mindset of themselves, most especially. And also, I know that you have brought somebody here to change their story, their relationship stories for good. Thank you, precious Father. I pray that that one person, those two people, those 100 people, that wherever you are, let this message get to them. Let them log in so that their lives will be transformed according to your will for them. In the name of Jesus, put the right words in our mouths so that we will share them. It will resonate into somebody's life, destiny, and make a difference in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, amen. If you heard that prayer, let me hear you say your amen. If you heard that prayer, so the topic for today, Pastor Frank will soon join us. Pastor Frank will soon join us. The topic for today is He Dumped Me. Now, this could go both ways. I hope you know that. But like I said, something always inspires what we bring to the table. Either is our personal experience or something someone has shared with us. And for the sake of somebody who is joining us for the first time, this is real life talk with Ezenakwes, right? And one of the things that inspired this real life talk is my personal experience, my husband's personal experience with women, my personal experience, my personal experience with men, and our journey so far with relationships and life, and so, and then most especially the things that people bring to my table as I counsel them with their lives and all that. So those are the things that inspire, the things that we bring to the table to teach another person. Sometimes people are like, oh yeah, please go ahead and call my name. A lot of times they're like, no, please just share the. I want to know what other people's views are. So if you're here and you have a dilemma, you're in a situationship, Pastor Frank said we are going to take a roll call soon, and know people who are actually single, because a lot of people come out and say, Pastor, pray for me, I'm single. But no, they're single in the morning, in the night they're busy. In the night they are double. So very soon we're going to start taking roll calls. Some people are actually single, but they're in a situationship. And they say they're single. Some people are single, they say they're single, but they have their friends with benefit. But like I say, one of the things that actually inspire what we are saying or what we bring to you people is real life issues. Everything we discuss with you guys is unscripted, is straight from the oven. You understand? It's unscripted. Everything we bring to you, I promise you, is unscripted. And this particular topic was inspired by one or two stories that has happened and things that keep happening, especially when a woman feels that, oh, she has given 7 years in a relationship, 10 years in a relationship, 5 years in a relationship, and there's nothing to show forth for it. So those are the kind of situations that actually make us say, you know what, let's actually come and discuss these things and actually know what's going on with this situation. So like I said, these are the things that actually inspire us to bring the things that we bring to the table for you guys. Do you understand that? Pastor Frank, why are you with hammer? Oh, jeez, I didn't see this. Oh my goodness.
It's a breakup, man. It's a real breakup.
I didn't see this. I didn't see this coming at all.
Okay, all right.
Oh, really? Let me hold, please. Dad, I'll make sure you don't use it on me.
It's a breakup.
Thank you. Guys,
All right.
you see, Pastor Frank brought some boom, because some relationships are going to be boom in this service.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead.
So the word dumping is a little too cruel. I think we should use breakup. Breakup sounds a little better. Getting dumped.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dumped.
Mm-hmm. So it's more like he dumped me, she dumped me.
He dumped me.
Okay. The word dump is different from breakup. Breakup is
I don't know.
So the word dump is more like people feeling used in a relationship.
Okay.
So it's really not a mutual thing. It's different that somebody comes to you and tells you, I know you're ready for marriage. I'm not ready for marriage, because of some things, financial problems and all that and all that. Okay. If you wait for me, I'm interested. But if you don't have a time, we can actually go and separate ways and you guys could still be cool. But the dumping is more like some people actually have intentions. They know they're using you. Do you understand?
Right.
Like you see some people, they just all of a sudden tell the guy, "I'm sorry, my mom is forcing me to marry this guy." You understand? Or the
Okay.
guy will
Wait,
say,
so who says this? The girl says this to the man.
usually the girls say it
Okay.
to the men, so and
Okay.
men say to girls too.
That my mom's making me marry somebody else.
Yes, no, like somebody told me a story one time, how some guy wanted to marry
Let me
her.
take that from you.
That's a funk.
It's
Don't
very.
use it on me.
Take that from you. Too risky.
Somebody
Right.
told me a story how this guy wanted to marry her, but his mom said, "Oh, he'll never marry the girl. She looked wayward. She did this, she did that, she did that." And the guy told her and said, "Oh, my mom doesn't want me to marry you, blah, blah, blah." And she was already pregnant for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's actually
And he
dumping.
left?
And he left, yeah. So after he left, she blocked, she never had any form of contact with him.
I don't think that's the worst than dumping. That's like abuse. That's like having disregard
I
for
mean,
a woman.
every
Period.
dumping is abuse.
Not when you're pregnant.
Bruises.
Not when you go as far as being pregnant.
Oh well.
And the mom says dump her because she looks wayward.
No, not like you're not gonna marry her.
You know, marry her. Guess what?
But it happened to you before too. Why are you talking like?
I didn't get anybody pregnant.
But you didn't get pregnant. But you also told her that there is grief, and she could have felt dumped.
I didn't say that part.
Excuse you.
That's what I was told, but I didn't say that to the person.
No, you told the person.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that. No.
But you told me that. You told me you told her that.
I can't, because it's private. I can't really say what I said now on this forum because
okay,
it's not fair, right? So, but that was not that was told to me as the reason why we can't go there. But what I told them was a little more softer than what was told to me.
But it's still dumping. It's still dumping.
You see, that's why we have to break down dumping. Dumping, trust me, I've been dumped so many times, and I know what dumping means. I've been dumped so many times.
Example.
We're not going to start with my examples.
No, yo, tell your example. Let's see if it's dumping or not.
See, it's too early for us to even get into my life. On this thing.
No, you said you've been dumped so many times.
Yes. Okay.
Example.
But it's really about men dumping women. That's what it's about today.
No, it's dumping. It's dumping.
Yeah. Both. Okay, because the topic, everything I planned was for men dumping women.
It's okay. We can still reverse it. Yeah.
Reverse it. Okay, good. That's good. Okay,
because some men have been dumped, just like you say you've been dumped.
I've been dumped a million times.
How?
I've been dumped more times than I've done dumping.
I've never heard that story, so share it.
Okay.
Feel free to share.
This is a big one. The big one where the girl I was engaged to for a few years, parents said I couldn't marry her.
That's not dumping.
That's dumping.
No. It's not dumping. You know why it's not dumping? The parents said you couldn't marry her, but she was still with you when you said, you know what, I'm done with this thing. So that's not her dumping you. That's not her. In fact, you were the one that even made the decision. You were the one that said to her, you know what, if this is the third time and this is the final time. Because trying to marry you over and over again doesn't make sense to me. So that's it. You were the one who, in fact, in the actual sense, you even did the dumping. That's why
dumping is a very complex thing.
So, but this situation is not dumping.
That's what I'm saying.
So, look for another example.
If I came to some situation and I don't get that outcome, I've lost.
But that's not dumping. You can break up. Break up is not. You can break up with somebody. There's something that is called mutual breakup.
Right. So you walk away.
Agree. Agree to disagree. You understand? Okay. So, but there's something that is called I'm done.
Okay. See, dumping.
Regardless of what you think.
When you think about dumping, if we were to look, we're not defined it yet, but if we were to look at the exact meaning, right? It's almost like dumping something in the trash. You're done with it, so you dump it. A dumpster, like literally, you're done with this thing. I'm done with it. So
okay,
that's
like I've been dumped before.
You've not been done before. I'm looking at your stories. Your plethora of stories.
No. I have been dumped.
No, I can't hear it. There's nothing. I can't. No, you may have been cheated on in school, little boy. Puppy love.
No. Let me remember the story of that my friend I told you with the guy that at that time that But it's true. Now, remember now.
Pastor stories are too hot.
But you know the girl.
Let me
now.
hold the Bible. Let me hold.
No, Pastor Frank. But you know the girl. But you know the girl I'm talking about. The one that slided on your DM.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah. You remember? Don't call her name.
Okay.
You know what? You remember what happened with her, right?
Right.
I told you the story. How I was.
Okay, but he didn't dump you.
No, wait, no. Okay. You know, I was trying to take care of her and all that when I traveled, and she went behind. Perfect time to watch this cause my dating life has me stressed.
Got me stressed.
Yeah.
We gotta break it.
But you remember the story I told you, you know, of how she went to
did what he did,
how she did what she did with him without me even knowing. And then when I came back, she quickly came to me and said, "Oh, your boyfriend tried to rape me." You understand? Because he said you were not sleeping with him. You know, that was what she told me.
Yeah.
And I was caught in between. What do you believe? Right. What am I supposed to believe? What am I not supposed to believe? And then I was still kind of petting her and telling her, you know what, because she had made me to promise her I wasn't going to or even ask him because he was going to deal with her.
I think people throw the word rape around too much in Nigeria.
But wait, now let me tell you, let me finish the story soon. I say, you don't tell me who raped who. Okay. You understand? So at the end of the day, she already made me promise her. So I didn't even ask the guy, never confronted the guy. You know what she did? She went to the back, people. She went to the back and told the guy that I came with some of my friends to beat her up, which was the height of betrayal. So when the guy came to ask me, what happened between you and Chidinma, right? And I was like, what happened between me and her? You know, he was like, what happened? Because she already made me promise her, and I don't like to break promises. She already made me promise her that I wasn't going to ask him. And this was a young girl that, you know, I really, really do love her, and I still do love her, but I really, really loved her like my own blood.
Somebody like, who's sliding past her? That's a long time. That's before. When we married then, when we were married then, it was way before we got, you know, we were still engaged.
So
a long time ago. Yeah.
So I told the girl.
Right.
Pastor Frank's DM.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I have no DM or I don't have any DM.
But guys, that's honest true. That she did. So when after because she already promised me, so I couldn't even confront him. Right. So the guy was like, "What did you hear? What did you hear?" I didn't talk. He said, "I don't like to play around with cowards, right? So if you don't tell me what happened between you and her, and I leave this place, this is the end of the relationship."
He said that.
That was what he told me. And then he walked out. You understand? So, but I realized myself, I was like, this was supposed to be my boyfriend. I was actually supposed to tell him the truth. And I started calling him. He refused to pick my call. He did take my call for 3 weeks. And that was how we broke up. So that's actually dumping.
Yeah, 3 weeks is a long time.
Yeah, you understand? So that was actually, but the thing is, by the time he turned around and came and started to talk to me, I was already engaged.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You know how God does more things, you know? Exactly, So I was already engaged, but this guy was already asking me out though for 2 years.
Okay. So
so it was something that was already on my neck and choking me before this whole thing happened. But it's not like I accepted his engagement. So after that 3 weeks, he wasn't picking my call, you know, and I now later even realized that the real truth from that my friend's sister was that she actually saw him and went to him without any undies on her transparent attire. But eventually the guy actually told me what happened. That she was actually the one, if there was even any rape, she was the one who actually even raped him. Wow. You understand? Because she actually forced herself on him. But you know, that's all bygone and all that. So so I mean, does that pass for dumping? It passes for dumping because it's not like we broke up. He just said to me, "Oh, if you don't answer me, I'm going to quit this," and then you left me and went. And that was how the relationship ended.
So
that was dumping, right?
That wasn't good. That's some being a coward and just running away from the situation.
Yeah, but
having a reason to run away. That wasn't dumping. He ran away from the consequences of that situation. So it was. You've not been dumped before. I've been dumped. I've been dumped correctly, like properly.
So I thought dumping is like when you cry, try to reach out to the person. Is that not dumping? I mean, I'm trying to understand.
It is.
Okay, guys, what is dumping? What do you think dumping is? And does anybody have an experience? Like I do have leave Pastor Frank's experience. like I do have my own experience. Does any of you have your experience? Does anybody have a related story or relatable story to what I told? Does anybody really understand what the word dumping is? Because I mean, it's a relationship that I gave like how many years of my life? About 3 years. You invested your time, you invested your
Three
prayers.
tender years.
Three tender years.
Ripe apple.
I mean, what do you mean by unripe apple?
No, a ripe apple.
Unripe.
A low hanging fruit.
That's a
problem. A woman.
In my experience, men just frustrate a woman to death so that she'll do the dumping. That's it. It's still part of it. It's still dumping. Yeah.
So, I would dump you. You can frustrate me all you want. I'm not gonna dump you. I don't want to dump you.
Pastor Frank, that's not true.
Frustration.
Pastor Frank, that's not true. Leave that thing you're saying. Stinging someone along until someone better come. Right, and you move on with your new person, ghosting someone. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Because I realized that was actually what this other guy did.
I think, see, that's sad to string someone along until you get a better option. That seems too much of a waste of your time.
But that's why I said that dumping is actually wasting people's time.
Right. If you're done with it, just walk away from it. Like, don't keep people open.
Pastor Frank, what she's trying to say, some people actually walk into the relationship knowing they don't want it.
Okay, got it. That's what you mean. Okay.
Like you see someone get into a relationship, in 2 weeks, they already don't like you. They already hate you. They're already giving up on the relationship.
Keep it going.
But they just keep it going.
That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. From that perspective, Jasper, I understand. Yeah. It's sad.
Okay. Maureen said dumping, heartbreak. Yeah. That's what I say. So my own situation could refer to dumping.
Right.
Because it was something that made me cry.
So what if you have no heart? I mean, talking about women that have no heart.
I mean, for me, you see, first of all, I'm a May born, right? I was born in May.
Yeah.
We are very emotionless. Exactly. You understand? Yeah.
But I have emotion.
That's why we kind of gel very well.
Right.
Because when your heart is off, my heart is off. Right. Do you understand? Yeah, so there's nothing like wishy-washy. You're not like July born who are always like, or February, who always want attention. No, May is not like that. May is what's next. We are what next people. Right. You understand? So, guys, please don't judge me.
What's next?
What's next? Hey, please. So in 2 days I was done.
Wow. That was fast.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, maybe sometimes I tell myself the truth. Once I get to that station where I'm like, you know what? This is what this person wants. Right. And I'm not going. So you understand? So
you can't change. Yeah, it can't really change.
So the 3 weeks I was trying to reach out was because I knew I didn't approach the situation well.
Right.
I felt like, okay, I could have been more honest with him and get the facts. Yeah, so that was just it.
Okay, so let's circle back to the top, right? So what is a breakup? Or what is
breakup
dumping?
is not dumping.
Okay, what is dumping?
Right? Dumping is what they just told you.
This, okay. Okay, different types of dumping.
Jasmine said that's a terrorist move.
Okay. Right, happy New Year. IVO.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so replace. I want to use breakup a little bit.
Pastor Fan, breakup is not dumping.
I want to use breakup.
Pastor Fan, breakup is not dumping. Do you know that people break up and still best friends? Marriage, people break up.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand that people that dump wife, dump husband, people will come and use you and do paper, and they now start looking for troubles for what they will do to you. So you not even for you to break up. So you now react and overreact, then they will break up with you.
Right.
And they call it breakup. That's not breakup. That's dumping. Breakup is actually consensual. It's very mutual.
No. Okay, well, it is.
Yeah, dumping is the one that is not mutual because two people can actually agree, you know what, I'm ready, you're not ready.
Okay, so let's substitute my notes for dumping, right?
Pastor Fan, no.
Let's remove breakup and put dumping instead.
Okay.
So types of dumping, right?
Types of dumping. Yeah, you can actually say types of breakup because it's types of breakup that there is dumping.
Yes. Right. But there's casual breakup where you're still smiling, but you've kind of come to understanding this is not going anywhere.
You've left the situation.
Both of you know is like for instance, your parents might say, "Oh, don't marry them. You must stay. This person, you're about this person." So once you have that kind of ethical, traumatic issue going on in the background of your relationship, from a cultural perspective, your parents, two forces are fighting. You guys are caught up in the middle, right? They say, "No, she's foreigner. She's the all that BS is going on." You might decide, "Okay, we're still friends, but it's not gonna work." Or
Yeah, that's
it's situation where your AS, both of you might create.
But they still love each
They
other.
still
They're
love each
still
other,
playing their little
right?
game, but they know.
So I
Yeah.
have to break up with someone because of that,
But that's actually what breakup is, because there's an understanding.
Right.
But that's not dumping.
Yeah. So, but see, there's a blurred line between the two, and I want us to not dump one without using the other.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a casual breakup, casual dump. Then there's
no casual dump. There's no every dump is heartbreaking. There's no casual dump.
Then a hard breakup is a dump, right? A hard breakup is a dump.
Yeah.
A tough breakup, like a hard dump, right? That's a hard.
No.
Where you
I think we'll put the dump in deadly breakup.
No, that's different. Let me tell you why. You see, a hard breakup is when you say, you cheated, I'm gone.
Yeah, that's
right?
not dumping.
So
because somebody cheated on you,
right?
And then you're like, okay, because of this thing you did, I'm gone.
Right.
That's not dumping.
But it's a split. There's no smiling. There's nothing in between. That's what I call it hard, right? And there's toxic breakup.
The one that Temilade and
Just
be talked about.
So like
they'll pinch you to where you now be the one to break up.
Toxic to where there's some people that, I'm not gonna say this so we don't get in trouble. There are some situations. I've been in a situation where where seriously, I've been in. She won't let me talk. I've been in a situation where okay, some breakups are with understanding.
Yeah, that is the casual
heartbreak.
Even hard breakups. Some heartbreak. Pastor Frank, even some hard breakups. Some hard breakups are with understanding. Let me give an example. ASAS, right? One person wants to carry on.
Yes.
But the other person knows that this is leading to nowhere.
Right.
They are very hot, but they still got to do it. That's still a hard breakup.
Happened to me before.
Yeah, so that's still a hard breakup.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't want to start to.
Please go ahead and click your like button. Thank you.
I can't laugh at it. Okay. Because you're looking at my face. But anyway, a toxic breakup is important that we look at this one, because when this happened to me, right? I was in a relationship where it was good for about 2.5 years, and then
oh, everybody give him give Pastor Frank
and then she I wanted children. And she already had grown kids, and medically it would have been dangerous for her to have kids for me. So I said, no, let's not do that, right? Because
guys, this story is not
I don't want to lose
people are giving you
no, seriously, I don't want to lose you.
No, don't point me as if it's you you're talking about.
The person, right? So I don't want to lose the person, because if they were gonna give me a child, it might cost them their life. And the procedure was too complex for me to want to proceed.
Pastor Frank, you and I know that this story is not true.
It's true now.
Pastor Frank, this story you're telling is not true. You know why you say it's not true? You know why? I understand what you're saying, and I know the person talking about. But this is not true. But go ahead.
Actually,
Pastor Frank,
why would that woman lie about breakup? It's already happened.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, there's no reason.
No, you're just painting it. Some people will think, oh, you're nice, you're sweet.
No, see, I'm not nice. I told you I didn't have a heart. I don't have. Somebody told me, Frank, you don't have a heart, and I accept. Sometimes I'm heartless, but that's for business. And every now and again, it spills into relationships. But I only have one relationship now, so I'm hardly heartless now. So anyway, like I was saying,
how can you be heartless to a heartless person? You can't be heartless to a heartless person.
So we're cool like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's okay. So. Jesus Christ is keeping us together.
Can you shame the shameless?
So here's
you can't shame the shameless, my brother.
So here's the thing. So I remember very clearly that I had to move out of the place we shared together. I moved out because it became too toxic. What do I mean by toxic? Sometimes in a man's life, you have to leave. You have to just get up and leave the space, right? Now, you may still be in a relationship with that person, but you need to kind of move on, right? And in moving on, you might find yourself um, having to deal with uh, having to deal with the mechanics of that relationship. There's a chemical imbalance that happens once the chemistry is gone.
Yeah.
When you've technically broken up with someone, you don't feel the same things they feel. They may be hurt and you don't want to hurt them anymore. So you must leave that environment, because if you're in that space and you've broken up with them, or you're in the middle of breaking up with them, if you're in that space, I can see how that can be very hurtful. Yes.
Can we revisit it from the past?
Well, I'm not so,
because you moved so fast. So where you confuse all of us with your English.
No, there's no.
Take it slow. No, you're confusing us, because you first of all started saying, you wanted to marry somebody, or is it that you wanted to, or the person wanted you to marry them? That's a different thing. You wanted to marry somebody, you that I know, and the person wanting you to marry them is completely different. Because the situation you just explained sounds like where they
I didn't mention marriage.
You did. You did. You said you wanted kids. And I know,
kids.
and I know for sure that apart from the relationship where you wanted a child, every other relationship you wanted kid was marriage. I remember, I know the situation I'm talking about very well.
Right.
So that's why I say let's take it a step at a time. So you don't mislead these people. You don't jump over the fence with them.
Okay, here's what happened. We did it for 3 years, almost 3 years.
2.5 years.
3 years. So 3 years in total. But what the part that became toxic was towards the last 6 months, right? So within that time, we didn't fight. It was an amicable separation. The reason was because I wanted kids, and she could give me kids, but the procedure she was about to go through could have put her life in danger. And I didn't want it to happen because she already had teenage kids, and I didn't want to be selfish. Right?
But that wasn't the truth, though.
That was the only reason.
Okay, Pastor Frank, let me explain this, because some people are watching, and they may be in such situation.
Okay.
When you're with a man or a woman that want to marry you, they really, really tell you that they care for you, they care about you, they love you, and they start giving you these stories Pastor Frank is giving you. They don't want to marry you.
No, should I explain?
No, I understand what you're saying. Let me say why.
I don't want to say why.
I understand. But there are other ways to go about it. And let me explain this, right? I know you very well. You're somebody who don't mind surrogacy. Yes, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't.
You don't. And you're that's the truth. Yeah. Because if someone that you really
complex then. I wasn't the subscriber.
You just broke up with this woman 1 year before I met you. What are you talking about?
That wasn't that. See, you can entertain some things.
You see what I'm saying? That's why, Pastor Frank, that's why I say, when you see someone that you truly love and want to be with, you will realize how diverse your mind is.
Right.
Because
but
what you're saying,
that love you're mentioning is on different levels.
Is it not the same thing I'm saying?
The way I love you.
That's why I'm telling. That's why I'm giving them this advice.
Right.
Once a man start telling you all those things, they don't love you enough. You know what real love is?
Right.
Real love is sacrifice.
Right.
I've seen people who the man is AS, the woman is AS.
Right.
And the man says, "Oh, I must marry you. If I can't just help it," right?
I've seen that.
There are situations like that, you and I know, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then there is another situation where another person is AS and the person is like, "Oh, no, my mother wants me not to marry AS." You don't love the person enough. Right. So that's what I'm trying to tell them.
Love transcends that.
Love transcends certain things. So you see that she no feel born thing. You don't want her to go through the procedure, and she wanted to go through the procedure. It came from a place of not really settling in your spirit. This is the one.
Now I can see that.
Yeah, because I opened your eye.
But then I was in love. I was in love. I'm serious. I was in love.
I know you very well. I know how to grab the truth from your mouth.
But why she grabs the truth? She's trying to mesmerize
I'm not
and change changed a little bit of my mindset.
No,
See, I love this chick. I did love her.
I mean, we're not
very
disputing
much,
that.
right.
The people that dump the people, you think they don't love them?
No. I already had love.
Pastor Frank, people that dump people love them.
I love
For
this
real,
chick.
for real.
For real, I love this chick.
Okay, guys, do you guys believe in what Pastor Frank is saying, or do you all believe in what I'm saying? Okay, let's throw the vote out.
We're not trying to compete, but
no, we're going to throw the vote out.
Human emotions,
guys. What emotions?
see,
guys, we need you guys. We need you guys.
I'm being serious. I really love them. You know, I really feel for them, and I did feel for them when I broke up.
But there is love that is called Ferus. The feelings, love of body.
Felice.
Love of body. No. What are you doing? Felice. Now.
What do you mean, but love of body?
Is it in the eros, right? The eros, the emotional love, the love that just love them for their shape,
I love the internal. I mean, her body was super, It was that size 22.
Internal love, where you know feel cross bridge for the person.
No, at that time I wasn't. See, that was what 6 years ago.
Pastor Frank said he went to engage a woman, and he was there. The Holy Spirit ministered to him and said, "That girl in their church." Let me tell you. You see all those ministrations, they come from when a man is undecisive. Maybe you don't. I told him, I said, you saw that girl.
Right.
You are not certain in your spirit you wanted to settle with her. When Pastor Frank saw that girl, she wasn't what she was seeing on the camera. I'm telling you, that's why she now remember, because he had seen me. The Holy Spirit did not minister to him when he was in LA until he went to Houston.
Yeah, until when that ocean died.
Until when that ocean. No, it was never when the ocean died. Immediately you saw her.
Something else came up. But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Guys, please subscribe and get those likes up, all right? And we also have a Cash App now.
Yeah.
It's All Stars Church 247. So All Stars Church. We're gonna put it in line later. But here, if you're serious about here, you do these things without thinking twice.
That's it. You see.
I believe that. I believe that, right? But what I'm saying is reservations to that, right? There's some reservations.
Still it. Say
there's different levels of love, right? I did love her for sure. I didn't love her,
but you didn't love her enough to take her to Mama.
Hold on. I did. I was willing to do all that.
So why did you take her to Nigeria?
Well, it wasn't about that.
It was about that.
No, it wasn't there yet. It was about us having children. That was the focus, right? So it wasn't about me taking her to Nigeria.
But I know you wouldn't have had children without marrying her, because you remember she had followed you to your church. Then I don't want to call the name.
Yeah.
And church. You guys were praying for marriage. You understand? Where you even told her to go and pray and see if you were her husband. Has gotten to that point. You could have still taken her to Nigeria, because while you were with her, you went to Nigeria at least three or four times.
I went once.
Oh, once, okay.
So, but the thing is, there was a lot going on in that relationship. But sometimes...
And you were still going outside?
No, I was never outside.
Excuse you?
Never went outside, no.
Excuse you?
I was not cheating.
Excuse you?
I'm being serious.
Excuse you?
I mean...
Okay, we're on camera. We're on camera. Don't worry. We're on camera, Pastor Fan. Don't worry. I said we're on camera. You just did. We're on camera.
How can you tell me if I cheated?
Pastor Frank, you're on camera. Just don't worry.
I did not cheat.
Don't worry.
I loved her. I didn't cheat.
No. Who said you didn't love her?
Yeah,
a lot of things are done out of love.
Okay.
A lot of people dump people out of love because they feel you're not good enough for them. When a man starts telling you, "Oh, I'm not good enough for you," he's about to dump your behind.
Here's the thing, right?
I love you too much. I don't want you to danger your life. Look how sweet Pastor Frank said it. I love that too much.
It's a fact. It's the truth.
Excuse you. Do you know how many women that do that on a daily basis?
But I don't want them to die.
Oh, bago. There is nothing like that.
There was a risk.
Which risk?
They said that if she untied her womb, there would be some issues.
If there's no issues, which kind of issues?
If there were no issues, my life would have been different. But
what different?
She would have her kids from me. I wouldn't be here, right? So what I'm saying is, this situation was serious enough for me to say no. This is not going to work, because if you go from operation to untie your womb and you die, you have 3 grown kids I have to live with, right?
Pastor Frank, that's what I'm saying. You didn't love that girl enough, because I remember when I met you, right?
I'm not arguing that.
I remember when I met you, the first thing that you told me, you said, I understand that you already have children, because I told you, I said, I was not ready.
Right.
And I was not, and you were like, I understand that you have children. Even if you don't want to have kids, it's still fine. I still want to marry you.
Right.
You remember we had that conversation?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. And then someone else is willing to, even me, I wasn't even willing.
But understand.
But someone else is willing to. And you're telling the person that, oh no, don't take that risk for me.
You see, here's the thing, right? Your understanding of what happened, right, is intelligent.
Yeah.
But it's not the truth.
Okay.
I'm the one that went through it.
Okay.
I understand the truth of it. Your analysis of it is welcome. And your understanding of it is mediocre compared to what I went through in it.
Okay.
So I'm of a better position to explain what happened. Now, you might criticize the way it comes across. You might find flaws in the story, but it's still my truth, right? So the takeaway from this, which is very important, is that yes, the man may not love you enough to decide on some complexities.
Yeah, and that's the point I was trying to make.
They don't love you. You know what I'm saying? So like when I met Pastor Ajay, I was told that she was divorced, which means nothing to me.
She was a prostitute.
She was. They didn't say that.
They said that.
They said, you played around a little bit. But let's say you were prostitute.
Somebody actually somebody said it to my ears.
Yeah, somebody said that. But
they said it to my ears.
I'm from LA, so in somewhere from Houston, prostitute does nothing. That's like kindergarten to us.
Somebody said to you, don't even trust her.
Exactly.
Don't promise her anything.
That's nothing. Like I know girls that are in high school that can take care of men real good. So somebody call you a prostitute. Bro, it's a joke.
Bro.
So here's the thing. So they said all these things. You have 4 kids, blah blah blah, and it takes a certain kind of man to love you beyond that.
That's right.
So it's not that I don't understand what society calls this that I'm doing. They call it crazy, but when destiny and Christ is involved, it's a different kind of playing field.
Yeah.
So another man might look at it from the outside and see me and say, Frank, that was a stupid thing you did. I know many girls or women that told me, Frank, you're making a bad move. You're marrying her to look after her 4 kids. It doesn't make any sense, right? But I understand the spiritual peace that I need in this level of sophistication in my life. So I know what it means to take that step, right? If I was 30s, it would be different, but I was 45. So I kind of knew exactly what the playing ground or the field was like, what playing field was like. Now, a 27-year-old man can't make that decision.
Some do.
Someone in the 30s, my approach to the decision and fail. But me, I've lived long enough. I've smashed enough women to understand the process, to understand what is required to make it work. So you can't step into my shoes if you haven't been through the same heat that I've been through in my life, right? So you can blame it from the outside, the bad business move, but I understand the investment.
Yeah,
I understand the return on investment. I understand the level of prayer and fasting that's put into my foundation.
Yeah,
I understand how long my money is now. I understand what it means, the stability of having a profit behind you 24/7. So men were not looking. So some people were looking at it from a physical standpoint. I was supernatural with it.
Hey,
I was supernatural,
brother. Bless you.
I was going so. So if you're not there,
Pastor Frank, you've come back to my point, because everything you just explained were the things I was exactly trying to say. So that's what I'm telling them, that when people make those excuses that Pastor Frank was making,
it's not because I don't love you enough. It's because they haven't learned how to love you beyond what the situation is.
What is loving somebody enough? It's just like somebody that love themselves enough. Most people that love themselves too much enough, most times they appear selfish,
right?
Because they put themselves before any toxicity.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They
put themselves first.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Right.
Like when I say the reason why I don't bother to quarrel with people or go back and forth, like when you're trying to help people and they think that, you're trying to cheat them, you're trying to use them. I just cut that situation. You know why? Because my sanity is more important to me than whatever is going on in your life. Right. So, and one of the things that you always tell me, that, see, you have to love yourself to the point where you think about yourself before you think about anybody.
Right.
It's
It's got
Yeah. They say you have to think about yourself before you think about anybody else, right? Yeah, guys, hold on. The charger is trying to.
Again.
Guys, you understand what I'm saying? So you understand? Do you understand that? Yeah. So loving someone enough or being in love with somebody.
Right.
When you're in love with somebody, Pastor Frank, you saw all these things you're saying now. Living long, not living long. These ones are long grammar. If you love somebody, I've seen people that be like, oh, this person is an outcast, I'll marry. Or this person is Yoruba, he's Edo, he's this one, I'll marry. They put their head. Why? Because you just know it's obvious. You can't stay without this person. Like the situation that we talked about recently, where a young man told the girl said, oh, the girl is encouraging him, trying to stand there by him and with him and for him,
right,
while he gets his stuff together. And the guy tells the girl, oh, I don't want to hold you. I don't want it. I don't want to be the reason why your father's son. He's a man who is not in love with a girl. Because that's the kind of girl an average man will treasure, right? A girl
who was that?
One time a young guy was asking us the question one time.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the guy who is not in love with a woman. Because an average man will treasure a woman who stands by him, regardless of the kind of suitors coming to her.
Right.
Do you understand? Yeah. So if you don't look beyond just what Chizzy said is actually what it is. You know, what's the okay, is that Ifomo cause or she said when a man don't love her, okay. Somebody said Ezenakwes said the different time. True, different time in your life and maturity.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be part of
set up there.
Yeah.
So when men break up in relationships, so why do they do it?
When men.
Yes. Why do men break up? When so the issue here is this: when a man breaks up the relationship, right? Or how does it look when a man breaks it up, and what does it look like when a woman breaks it up?
I don't think it looks good when anybody breaks it up. You understand?
Right.
But one thing I know for sure is that every relationship has somebody who is the bearer of that relationship.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
There's always someone who, it's just like, no matter how much you make, no matter how much I make, there's somebody who makes more. There's someone who is the financial bearer.
Right.
The same thing with relationship. There's always no matter, even if both of them love themselves to nonsense, there is always somebody whose love is bigger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So people don't love each other equally. That's what you're saying.
There's no amount of love can look equal, but they're not equal.
Right.
They're not.
So
we'll do that later.
Right. So again, I want to look at breaking up with the wrong person.
What does somebody say? They break up because they don't know what they want. Yeah. That's actually why they break up. Right. They break up because they don't know what they want.
Right. So that also goes into even going into a relationship without understanding what you want in the first place, like you said. Right. But what if you do know what you want and you still break up with that person?
If you know what you want.
What if they're exactly what you want, but you still break up with them?
Sometimes it can be insecurity. You know that, right? It can. Because somebody might be, oh, I love this girl. She's everything that I want. But people are telling you that, oh, she makes more money than you. She's going to control you. Do you understand? Right. People are telling you, oh, he wants to use you for papers. And then you start believing what people say. You love the person.
Right.
You really want to be this. This is actually who you prayed for. But now, have you not seen where people will say, oh my God, he's too good to be true. She's too good to be true. The guy could be like, maybe that's true. Maybe once I give her papers now, she will dump me. But this person is actually good. So the person, so sometimes it's people to lose the right person.
Yeah.
How to feel with how to deal with a playboy that is saying he's ready to settle down.
Right. Okay. How do you deal with it? I guess she's asking. Destiny. Okay. When you break up with the right person, you ask. Okay.
Okay. What did you say?
Destiny. Just
you break up with the wrong person to protect your destiny. Yes. Right. When you break up with the right person, it will draw your destiny. That's true.
I want to come back to that destiny. So with Tammy,
this is very important.
With Tammy, are you covering your lips? Show your leg. Where you cover your legs? See this pink shirt she's wearing. Let me see. No, let me see. I didn't know, but I want those for me. Nobody can see anything. Let me see. See, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just pink. It's just pink shirt.
I just want to be able to be lifting my legs.
You can lift your knees.
Pastor Frank,
I bought these shorts for you.
Bye.
I want to see them shorts.
Bye.
Okay. So here's the thing. When a guy is a playboy, how do you break up with a playboy that said that they want to settle with you, right? They're ready to settle down, but they're still a playboy. How do you deal with a playboy that says he's ready to settle down? So when you say playboy to me, it reminds me of that song by Trey Songz, right?
Voila is
so here's the thing, right? What is the play? So why are you with a playboy to begin with, right? So this should not be a question, because if you know someone is a playboy, you should leave, because the problem with playboys is not that they're playing with you, is that they're playing with disease, and you might be part of the game. So that's not,
exactly what Ezenakwes said.
Right.
Said broke up an engagement when a lady answered the phone at 6 a.m. He confirmed my suspicions. I protected my destiny with that breakup. That's true.
Broke up an engagement when a lady answered the phone at 6 a.m. Ooh, that one is hot.
Tell said it's his occupation. He's a DJ. DJ? Are you a DJ too? Better leave DJ to deal with DJ.
When you say playboy, are you saying playboy as in he has many female friends? Are you saying playboy as in he sleeps with many women? That's a different kind of thing.
So that's a different kind of thing.
Because you can be a playboy,
this.
No, the thing is, there's no such thing as playboy pastor, right? So, but I do admire beautiful women, but there's only one beautiful woman in my life, So, so I do understand the aesthetics of God's creation. I understand and I appreciate every curve that passes by, but I do understand who the ultimate is, So my queen right here. So, but anyway, here's the thing.
IVO said you can love someone but not be in love with them, and it's easy to think you are in love and just be feeling sorry for them. That's true.
Right.
In fact, this is actually is more regular than real love.
Okay. I'm even one of his friends, but he says he wants to be with me. LOL.
True.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You just have.
I don't think he understood what she was saying.
Well, she's saying
he's into a lot of females,
right?
And just like he's friends with her,
yes.
And behind,
right?
He's still checking her out,
right?
That means he's checking some other people out.
No, I didn't mean checking her out. He said he wants to be with you, right? So ask him why. That's what my book says.
My dear, leave that DJ.
I'm saying, no, he may be the one.
He's not. He cannot be the one.
He may be
Pastor Frank, that DJ cannot be the one.
He may be the one.
Pastor Frank, that DJ cannot be the one.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. See, this happens all the time. You see, women are faced with this situation where there's an eligible person in front of them, right? And because of the situation around it, which can be a mirage, they choose to let it go without fully exploring the context of that relationship.
Okay.
So she knows this guy, right? Something was pushing my hand. It was really bouncy.
I'm done with you.
Something bouncy was plugging my triceps. I could feel the muscle. Put it back, babe. Put it back. So anyway,
this is a better one. A better bouncer.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, man, that was new boost. Anyway, let's not get into those boobs. But so like I was saying, burn this yet. Okay. Explore it.
What are you talking about, Pastor Frank? No, what is she learning from me? If she as a friend,
yes.
Do you know it's easier to see people for who they are as a friend
I'm not against,
than a lover?
I'm not against she not leaving him. I'm not. That's not the point. The point is this: he has value. And let's not discard that.
No, the value does not have anything to do with relationship, Pastor Frank.
No,
a man who is into a lot of women and he's asking you a girl that he wants you, and he's still into a lot of women. He's not just gonna change.
Can I tell you what his value is?
What?
When you're a DJ, you have access to what? people.
Mm-hmm.
You meet a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you state your case correctly to a man, he'll respect you and work with you. If I were Temmie in Temmie's shoes,
Mm-hmm.
here's what I would do. First of all, let me tell you why you should keep him. You don't keep him as a person to marry until you explore him and know what it is completely. Both spiritually and physically. Understand what it's about, right? But what I'm saying is, every human being has value. I come from that space, right? So what I believe is this. This is a man that's a DJ. He has access to thousands of women
Mm-hmm.
and thousands of men.
Mm-hmm.
All the women he meets, he knows how they behave. He knows what the men are saying about them. This man can advise you on major things about what men are looking for in women. That's one value he has. The second value he has is he could put you in touch with eligible bachelors that he knows are up to par.
Pastor Frank, I don't think you understood Temmie's question.
Let me learn. What I'm not, see, her question is immaterial. What I said is there's a reason why I'm saying don't dump this man. And I'm trying to explain the value proposition of this
No,
man.
but you're saying it from a place that you're saying it from a
only,
you can actually learn from this guy.
Yes.
But this guy is coming to her for a relationship.
I know, but while he's doing that,
yeah,
you can still learn.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have to be in a relationship with him.
No. I didn't say relationship.
Pastor Frank, no, you're saying don't dump him. You can only dump someone in a relationship with him.
So she's saying is she sleeping with this guy?
No.
From what I understand,
Pastor Frank, that means you did not understand her question.
Okay, so
she did not categorically say I'm sleeping with him. She said, how do you handle?
She said he's a playboy.
No, that wasn't her question.
She said, no, hold on. She said he's a playboy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what kind of playboy is it? Is he sleeping around with women or does he have many female friends? She said he has many female friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the basis of my understanding of who this man was. This man is a man that has access to many women.
So, but you know that for her to use the word playboy,
right,
it means that she has had, this is a forum. People are not going to explicitly tell you certain things. But for somebody to tell you, this guy is a playboy and she is a friend, there could be an entanglement between them. Mm-hmm. They could have been friends with benefit for a long time.
Right.
She might have known people
that
he's in their midst that have also had dealings with him.
Right.
So
she said that, he has a lot of female people around him because of his occupation. He has been there and done that. So have I. So both of them on the same page, right? He's been out there. She's been out there.
But you have to still find out what is their religion like.
You don't need to. This guy could be a devil worshiper. I'm not saying you're not going with him. You have nothing to gain from him.
No, but
you're not
that's the question she's asking.
No, what I'm saying is, you said dump him and run. I said no. That's the difference.
No. I didn't say dump him. No,
Pastor Frank, I said wait.
No,
I didn't say the value in him.
No,
that's what I said.
No. That means you're misunderstanding my part.
Right.
I am saying don't go into relationship with him because
you're not in a relationship.
No,
with him.
Pastor Frank, that's her question.
I'm not advocate. See, what I said in the beginning is, if you're dating a playboy, run. That's what I said. That's the first thing I said. If you're dating someone as a player,
that's the question she's asking. That's the question she's asking.
But
you're explaining to her from the place of friendship.
No,
that's what you're explaining. You're telling her.
I didn't ask her to take a position. I'm only talking about a guy and his value, as opposed to getting left aside.
Frank, that's what you're saying. I'm saying.
So,
you're explaining to her.
Mm-hmm.
Keep being friends with him like you are.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said explore him.
Pastor, how can you explore someone? This is not true friendship.
No. There's some friends that are not my friends that I explore. That are acquaintances that I know.
Pastor Frank,
I can keep on
it's still acquaintance is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Friendship is a relationship.
Even when you say hi to someone, it's a relationship.
No, it's not.
Once you see your neighbor, you say hi. That's a relationship.
That's not a relationship.
It is a relationship.
Okay.
Once you relate to someone, it's a relationship.
Pastor Frank, understand where this girl is coming from.
Right.
This girl, no, that's not. Forget about the playboy thing.
Yes.
She is not asking.
Mm-hmm.
She's not asking.
Okay, what is her question?
Her question is somebody is coming for her, just like a young girl coming to tell you, Pastor Frank, this person is coming for me for my hand in marriage.
And he's the playboy.
But I think he's a playboy.
And he has a relationship with many
Do you
women.
understand? So this is where she's coming from.
Okay, what's the answer?
No, so the way you're answering her.
No, but what is the answer?
Pastor Frank, wait, let me explain something to you. You need to calm down and understand the question.
See, I know my answer. What is your answer to the situation?
The first situation I want you to understand. Forget about my answer.
No, your answer
Pastor
is
Frank, calm down.
See, you're saying my answer doesn't make sense.
No, that's
for
not
the question
that's not what
asked.
I said. That's not what I said.
So what I'm saying?
That's not what I said.
Okay, you're saying.
I said what you're telling her.
It's wrong. It's wrong, right?
Pastor Frank, can you calm down so that I will explain something to you?
I am calm.
Hold on.
What I said.
Pastor Frank,
you don't agree with what I said.
No, I didn't agree with what you said.
So tell me your part so I can understand
Pastor
your part.
Frank, wait. I did not disagree with what you said.
You did.
Pastor Frank, can you calm down?
That's what we're
Can I explain something to you?
Yes, I am listening.
I'm not disagreeing with what you said.
Right.
I'm disagreeing with the part of exploring him.
Okay.
Because exploring him means go and take your time. Learn this person. Because now look at what you said. The last part of what you said was what I said is exactly what I'm saying.
I didn't say explore him.
That was what you said.
No.
Oh, that was what you said.
I said explore his value.
That's explore him.
No, that's different.
Okay.
Exploring me doesn't mean exploring my talent. I do have different talents. You can explore my talents without exploring me.
But that's what I was trying to say.
You're not interested in me. You're interested in my resources.
No, but that's
so what I said
for what she's asking. Telling her to explore his values.
Yes.
You're not telling her. She's asking you a relationship question.
Okay, which I already answered.
No, you were telling her that you said this guy could introduce you to somebody.
Right.
But that's not what she's asking.
Okay.
Because she is already friends with this person.
The reason.
So she could actually have gone through all that. But this person is asking her out.
Okay, see, the reason that I said that he
Okay, look at what she said. He is asking for my hand in marriage.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
That's what I'm saying. But you've already established that he's the playboy. So why do you want to marry him? It makes no sense to me.
Pastor Frank,
right?
See, that's why she's asking you.
Exactly.
She's asking you as someone who knows better than her.
And I'm telling her what she should do.
But she's already friends with this guy.
So what I'm saying is, right, I didn't say stop being friends with him. I'm not advocating for what you do with the guy. All I'm saying is, before you break up, you said leave him.
Bounce. No. I said leave him. I said don't. Pastor Frank, no.
I said don't.
The leave him I was talking about is don't marry him. I did not say don't be friends with him.
Okay.
I didn't say don't explore him. That's why when you were explaining, I said what you're explaining is a little bit out of what she's asking.
Okay.
You're telling her just like the way you are now. You're coming for my hand in marriage. I'm already friends with you.
Right.
Any information I could get from you, I could get it. Do you understand? Because we're already friends. But now you are coming for my hand in marriage. And I have you have questionable characters.
Right.
And then I go to somebody to say, Pastor Frank is coming for my hand in marriage. But we're already friends, but he has questionable character. And then the person tells me, you know what, just go explore his values. Right. That's not what I'm asking.
Right.
What I'm asking is, do you think he's a potential for me to marry? It doesn't have anything to do with his values.
Okay. Do I think it's a potential?
Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Well, yeah, sure.
So that's what I was trying to explain.
Do you think it's a potential for him to marry?
That's what she's asking.
In the beginning, what I said to you was, understand who he is. Let's not jump to conclusions and shut him off. I said in the beginning, let's look at the context of who this man is, right? And we began to discuss the fact that he has many friends, right? And I said, let's explore the resources. The friends that he has are his value. I don't believe in dumping people without seeing.
No. I don't believe. I'm not saying even dumping in that aspect.
What they're bringing to the table. Everyone is bringing something to the table. If I don't marry you, they might leave you with something that will change your life. That will help you move on to the next person, right? So everyone that's created in this world has some kind of value.
Pastor Frank, but not for somebody who is ready for marriage, just like the way you are.
Okay.
When you wanted to come marry me,
right?
I told you I was not ready for marriage,
right.
But you were ready for marriage.
Right.
Do you understand? So I'm not going to waste your time. So we had to have a compromise.
Right.
Now the compromise was, okay, I may not really go into having children and all that, but okay, since you like me that much and I really care for you, we're going to get married.
Right.
So you cannot tell a girl who is ready for settlement to explore a guy, and you can learn something that will make you move on to someone else in a relationship. They can do that as friends, and which they are already friends already.
Okay, so if he wants to know more of her and she wants to know more of him, where do we stand in this now? Because so if she's in the world, he's in the world, right? So now you're back to square one. You're trying to explore what the benefit of this mutual relationship would be. If it's going to lead to marriage, steps have to be taken. Now, one of the steps is, as a woman, you get to ask the man, if you're asking me for my hand in marriage, he's not asking her yet, but let's say he does, right? Let's say he starts asking her, right? Now, there's a gray area between when he doesn't ask and when he asks. When he does ask, you can see that there's some direction in his life. If he doesn't ask, there's a gray area. In that gray area, there are two things you can do. Protect your body, because you're sleeping with him, you're giving him the benefit of being with you without actually owning you, right? Yeah. So there's that. He can engage you if it's too long, and you're on the same boat. You have not signed the papers, so you don't belong to him. He doesn't belong to you. Now, in that space, if you're having sex, it's risky because he has many friends and you have many male friends. So you're not doing each other a favor by being together. As friends without sexual intimacy, right, you can then explore the benefits of knowing him.
And this is where I agree with you 100%.
And when you explore that and it has no functional benefit, then you remove about yourself from it because it's not going anywhere. There's nothing to gain from it. If there's something to gain, then you explore that, right? But you don't stay in something that has no, you have to give it a shelf life. There has to be a product life cycle involved with something like this. You can't say, so some people I know, we're going to be friends forever. Some people I know we're friends for just a season. Some people I know we're friends for a second, right? I meet you at the train station, we say hi, change, well, I'm gone, right? So we're there, we learn something, we'll move, right? So, and then some people are just going to be in your life forever as your deep, long-term, lifelong friends, right? So it depends on where you want to classify him after this current relationship ends, right? But back to what I was saying, when you label someone a playboy, right, that has its own energy. When you say someone is a playboy, that means that you have your own preconceived notions about who they are.
Pastor Frank, but when you see a play girl, there's some girls that you have shown me and you're telling me this. Even some people will come for me to pray for them and you tell me she's still playing around. Right. There are certain things that are obvious. There are people that when you look at, that this person is not even ready for marriage in the next 5 years. Why waste your time with such people? Because that's what I would have actually told her, right? And one of the things I would have told her is, where is your mind at? Because somebody being a DJ, what kind of DJ is that? For example, somebody is a DJ, he goes to nightclubs, and you are a born again. Is that the kind of person you want to be with? Right. Because there are so many things you have to middle with.
Yeah, it's when you're a Christian and you put yourself,
not a Christian, not because some Christians are just religious.
Right.
Some people call themselves Christians, but they're actually religious. So when you are born again, there are some things, whether we believe it or not. Right. Let me say this, right? Even people who are born again, they marry born again and they still fight religion. How much more when someone is outside and you are here? There's some things. That's why I said she should run as far as marriage, because it's fornication is not enough. Because there are some things that you have to just understand. Where their mind is at is not where your mind is at. Some people will tell me, oh, can't God use it to convert the person? If God wants to use it to convert the person, that's the truth. But let them be converted before you even get in together. Because people, your values are just going to be different. So if I were to advise this young girl, the first thing I would tell her, if you already know that this guy is a playboy, when a girl tells you he's a playboy, trust me, she has her facts and her figures. Right. So, when a girl opens her mouth and says a guy is a playboy, she's not just, especially a girl that tells you, I've been there, done that. Right. He's been there, done that. Right. He's been there, done that until now. There's an opening for high risk. Right. That's so you can go to explore somebody and end up exploring your own life. The truth. So keep him at where he is. What he does might not be what you do. What kind of people will DJ introduce you to? He's gonna still introduce to people in his circle. Yes. If a pastor wants to introduce you to someone, he's gonna introduce the people in their circle. So you have to, first of all, this is what I'm going to advise this young girl. First of all, you have to determine your circle. You have to you tell yourself the truth. This is a truth that you tell yourself. Who is your circle? Who is in your circle? Because for you, that playboy, that person you're looking at as playboy, could still be looking at you as a playgirl. You have to determine your circle. Your circle is very important, because remember, when God wants to bless you, most of God's blessings come from your circle.
Right, for sure.
That's the truth.
Yes.
If God wants to bless you, Pastor Frank, I think before we or after we got married, he told me about this. His friend, not his friend, his friends, a group of his friends. They were talking, and one of their friends, the wife, they told him that the wife was cheating on him or something. I was like, just leave the little girl alone. Let her play around. I mean, he's an old man, he doesn't want to lose his peace. That was actually when I realized the kind of man I was with. Because now somebody will say, oh, is it because you want to play around? No. But it made me understand that if his circle of friends are people who their peace of mind is important to, for him to be their friends, that means his peace of mind is important to him. Right. And one thing I treasure a lot is my peace of mind. So you have to understand your circle, understand who they are, understand their functionalities in your life, because that your circle is part of where your breakthrough, your blessings come from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to pick yourself.
Yeah. So if a playboy is coming to you, this guy is a playboy.
And that's important, because especially in the first 90 days of this year, right? You have to really make sure that you work hard at front loading your year. In other words, putting your best foot forward. So finding the right team at this juncture makes sense. There's some people that should not be your team in January 2021. So you can get the results around the summer.
That's right.
The seed has been planted now. So look through your team, pull up your list, and see who the people are there. All the playboys got to go. Right?
Playboys should not even be asking you out.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you look up, it doesn't have to be a hot.
You see, she said, got you, I'll end it with him. That means she's already in a relationship or situationship with him, which is not even supposed to be. You know why it's not supposed to be? Because that alone could be a major confusion for you.
Even spiritually.
It could be a major confusion. Because when you're with someone like that, you could be having a spiritual conflict. Oh, where do I even really belong? Where am I supposed to belong?
If you have sex with them once, that could actually tie you down
forever,
for a while.
So how can a person like that introduce you to his friend when he's being selfish? You want to keep chopping.
Right.
You understand? He wants to keep you to his side. So what are you going to explore him? What values are you going to explore? DJ's values. Because you, person where you chop, you go won't give them out.
No.
Exactly.
Just take up to
You're not gonna want to give them out.
Right. So with that situation and piggybacking off that, right? It's important to know that every woman, I'm sure every single woman out there deals with this kind of situation. It's not new.
That's why I told him. I said, Pastor Frank said, we need to take roll call. He said some people are single in the morning, in the night, that they are double.
Exactly.
In the night they have a roommate. But in the morning,
somebody's out there working at their plumbing. So you have to make sure that you don't have any moisturizing agent in your house, right?
But this is very important because you can deceive people, but you can't deceive yourself and God.
Yes.
So there is no how. I don't care how you want to play that game, but it's very, very difficult for you to have somebody around, who you can run to, and not always fall back. Right. And the more you fall back to them on them.
I'm about to get into that right now.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you want to get into it.
So breaking up. Before we get, you were talking about the bounce back, right? The rebounding, right? Yes. So when you break up with someone, in a way that's, you can break up with someone with benefits. You break up with them, you're friends now, but you're still chopping, right? You're still enjoying that mala soup, right? So hi Ivy. She said I need to hear that today. Yes. You gotta look at this list.
Yes.
There are many women have lists. They have a list of 6 guys on the table, and each one has. I'm telling you, man, women have this list. There's one that like to dangle that juice in front of them, dangle that cherry, and they want him to pluck it, but they take it away from him. There's a guy they treat that way. There's a guy that they take out to mommy and daddy. They spend Christmas together, Thanksgiving, the flowers, the American affair, the cold, the winter, the shivers, the prayers. That's the one. That's the one that they present as a potential man. But deep in, I didn't know. I told you to put that chest on me so I can make you warm. Put that chest on me. You don't want to put that chest. So so anyway, so there's that guy. I've been that guy. I've been the one that they foot up, the one they use the one that you present to mommy and daddy, right, as a decent man. And then there's the guy that's, I call him the junkyard dog. It's the junkyard dog. Nobody hears about him.
The cleaner.
He comes to take away the trash.
The janitor.
Yeah, he comes in to take away the dirt.
Oh my goodness.
After you've eaten that souffle and drank ate those hors d'oeuvres and Australian red wine, he comes to clean up. He's the one that comes to take away the trash, and he takes you back and blows your back out. That's the guy that nobody hears about, right? He's on the ground, right? He doesn't pray. He doesn't come there to read Psalms with you.
He comes in only 12 midnight, 1 a.m.
He comes in for different kind of midnight prayer.
4:30 a.m.
You know, he leaves early.
Before prayer line
starts, he's out of there, right? So there's that guy. And then another guy that really is out of town.
But one thing they don't know is that even that janitor, that one that sneaks in 1 and leave 4:30 can actually prevent them from seeing the right person. You know why?
Of course.
Because in the midnight, you're supposed to be thinking of that person that is coming for you. The janitor is keeping you busy. So how do you even have time to pray and ask God, is he the one? Do you understand?
Would you a suspect? Would you laughing too hard on this one? Would you laughing too hard?
Just like Steve Harvey, yeah. You need to get rid of the junk, distractions, old career to make room for your blessing, your new car. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And make sure that new car doesn't have a spare tire. This lady told me never take a long trip without a spare tire. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Never take a long trip without a spare tire. That's a strong woman that told me that. You know, so you get different types of advice. You should take some. Would you say something?
I was born May months. November says, "But man don't deserve it at all."
Man don't deserve. That's good.
Oh my God, that's so cold. That's so cold. So you think I'm cold? Oh my God. Pastor Fan, this is actually shady. She actually just shaded me. May God honor our sacrifices. I hate this dating life. No, you don't have to hate dating life. That's the thing. You can't get into a relationship feeling frustrated.
Right.
And you can't leave a relationship feeling frustrated. Let me tell you something. This is what I tell a lot of girls. You have to work on yourself. People often ask me, how come you had 4 children and you were able to bounce back and get a good man? It comes from me taking care of me, loving me, being confident and enough in myself, understanding my potentials. When Pastor Frank came to me,
to get a bad guy.
Yeah, when Pastor Frank came to me, there was a day that we were talking, and he said to me, something happened. And I think it was one of my aunties that said, he's broke. How can he be in America for so long? Blah, blah, blah. And I was discussing with Pastor Frank. Pastor Frank said, yeah, I'm broke. I said to Pastor Frank, a man being broke is not my problem. And he said, why? I said, because I know the potentials I've got. I said, it doesn't matter how low a man is. All you need to be with me is 2 months. I told you that before, right? I said, all you need to be with me is 2 months. I'll push you back up. And when you hear me say things like that, you think I have any money I saved up somewhere. No, I don't.
Right.
But you have to understand who you are, understand your potential, understand the God that you have.
Right.
You can't get into a relationship feeling frustrated, feeling helpless. You know, once you're feeling frustrated, feeling helpless, guess what? You're going to leave that thing feeling just that exact way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think that, when people, now you know me.
Yeah.
You know that, I'm someone that, when I came to this country 20 years ago, I had certain goals. I came in to make movies, right? And I made movies. I've directed films on Amazon, and when I came here to make films.
Ifeoma is eating. She's breaking. Give her the hammer. Give her the hammer. She's breaking table. She said, easy to say than done.
Right.
A lot of men don't deserve marriage. Yes, 100%. Right. I've been there before. You know that, right? I've been in such situation.
Oh, I'm with Ifeoma.
Yeah. Somebody said I'm with Ifeoma.
Your boy Prince?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. What's up, player?
Just be say yes, you need to work on yourself so that you can attract a high quality partner. The truth is, see, this is one thing a lot of women don't understand.
But I want to explore this thing. So my brother Prince, right? You're with Ifeoma. This is Ifeoma Ukwezo.
That's the Ifeoma. That's the only Ifeoma here.
So, but if she's saying it's easier said than done, none of the men don't deserve marriage. That's like I see tears coming out of there.
Yeah.
Boy Prince, what are you doing, brother? What's going on, man? Because look that she pointing fingers, man.
No, she's not talking to him.
Okay.
No, she's not talking to him, but she's
it's not about him.
It's not about him.
Okay, good. Okay.
She's talking. She's telling us, and the Prince is agreeing with her.
Okay. So I'm with you, Fama. I took it one step further. I thought you were dating her.
Oh,
I thought you were dating her. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
but
sorry.
I understand what she's saying, though.
Okay, all right.
But the thing is, see, like I tell people, if
Right.
you have to deal with real life issues, you need to put sentiments and emotions out.
Let's explore the excuse me. Let me explore. Let's explore the pain that Ify is talking about.
Yes.
Because this idea of it's easier said than done, right?
Is deep.
A lot of men don't deserve marriage.
Is
That
deep.
that must come from a place of pain.
Yeah.
And but let me get back to what Uju is saying. Uju says I'm so clean, right? I'm clean. No. Uju is clean, yes. But see, the cleanliness we're talking about when we say want to take a role, right? Someone like Uju now, right, is beautiful, tall, everything nice, right? So
please go ahead and click your
for
like
sure,
button. Thank you.
for sure, I know that men are looking at Uju.
All
For
day,
sure,
morning
all
and
day
night.
long, right? I know that, right?
Morning
so,
and night.
so, so, you know, I know men are looking at you because I'm a man. So I know what men look at. So I know men are looking at you for sure. So although you're clean, right? Although there's no guilt on your plate. There are eyeballs on you.
Why is there no guilt on her plate?
Well,
Uju has guilt on her plate.
But she says that she's clean, right? So I don't know that level of her. But I see her as very innocent.
No, tell her I said. Tell her Pastor AJ told you.
All right. So Jude doesn't look like she has any scandals, you know, any LA scandals anyway, because you had any scandals in LA, I don't know about it.
It will shock you.
You know? So here's the so why only looks? What's that? No. Well, you know, I don't know what the question means, but you do look beautiful.
Uju Pastor AJ, I love all your G's. So
Right.
real.
It's true. It's
this
true.
Uju told you she doesn't. Which Uju are you saying that her plate is clean?
Her plate is
Uju's
clean.
Uju's plate is dirtier than dirtiest here.
You know, so
Uju that they lined up up to 50.
Yeah.
On her back.
Are you serious?
Up to 50. You're saying she is innocent.
Oh my God. So you have to marry somebody quicker this year. First 90 days, somebody has to collect all that happiness.
Tell her.
All the happiness that you're carrying around. You know, somebody has to collect it because you know, like back to my point, right? Men are looking at you, but make sure that they come to you the right way. In other words, make sure that they understand what you would not go for. So you don't play yourself under the table, right? You don't want to be getting paid under the table. That's not what you want. You want your relationship to be front and center. You want to be at the center of the best that a man can give to you, right? You know, okay, all 19 married men. Okay, so she said all 19 married men. She's married men.
Exactly. So that's why I said it. So because she's one of the people that need to wash their plate after the service. Right. So in fact, she's one of the people that you need to ask, what is your status? So, when we are taking that roll call, let's know what their status are.
Okay. So see, here's the thing about married men, right? The thing about married men or married women is that it's difficult. It's difficult, you know. That's the one thing I would say about that, because you're caged. Your hands are not open. You can't really give or take as much as you want because you're dealing with someone that doesn't belong to either of you, right? So that's the thing about that. It's complex, especially when you're single and talking to someone married. That's even more dangerous because if you're a man and you're married and you're dating a girl that's not married, that's single, then she might be seen as someone that's a home wrecker, right? It's even more complex when both of you are married, right? But if you're not married and you're single and you're in a mix with someone and you're a girl, it's sometimes very hard for men to leave their wives. So you end up being the side. You don't want to be that. You know?
And not even that they're sleeping with you. They don't even need to sleep with you for you to be a side chick, though. You know that, right? The people that will keep you on the side, that they're acting like their uncles, their advisors. They can advise you for the next 2 years. Anytime you bring a man, they'll tell you he's not good because they have a target. They're not sleeping with you yet, though, but they'll be driving good suitors from you.
Why?
It's selfish. You see,
to keep you single, not sleeping with you,
because they haven't had your. You know, some people don't want to come on front. I had someone like that before. The person didn't want to come up front. Oh, I like you. Oh, I want to sleep with you. So they were very protective. They would buy me computer. You know the person I'm talking about now. You know, and they just do everything.
No.
Come on, dear. Come on, dear. You know. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Oh my God.
You do.
Let's open it. Oh, but I never heard that gist.
Okay, see what she said. She said, but I don't have anything to do with them. It's even more dangerous. Remember now, the person that I told you there.
To do with them.
That's the thing, because that's even more dangerous, because most of them, they'll just keep you. They'll be pampering you. Oh, my daughter. I love. Oh, you, that they become your mentors. They become your uncles. They become your ally. So the day they go, they knock you. You will not even be able to say no.
That's what you mean.
You see, they are always talking me. That's it.
As I said, because she has that thing.
And I said, those people are even worse. Those uncles, those uncles, those daddies, those ones you call daddy uncle, that the worst people. Those ones that don't sleep with you, that the worst people. Because the ones that sleep with you, at least you can always break up and say,
the ones. That's a lot of ones.
No, I mean, I'm talking to too many people.
Okay.
You understand? Because remember, it's not everybody that is born again here, right?
Right.
So if he's just born again, of course, it's not. Why are you even sleeping with someone if they're not married to you? Because this is, even without being born again, I always tell people, you don't need to be born again for you to stop sleeping with people, because sleeping with people is entangling yourself emotionally. You understand? Caging yourself emotionally. So those ones safe that don't even sleep with you are the worst kind of people, because
David's making me so creepy.
Right? Creepy.
Okay. Let me get back to what Ujeko said. Yes, I had one without explanation that just stopped calling or picking up my call.
Oh.
Then later came back, moved on. So did you say you moved on or he moved on?
No, he moved on. She said later came back.
And then moved on.
Okay, maybe she moved on.
Okay. She moved on. Yeah. So we're saying you had one that left without explanation.
I bind every entanglement in 20. Yes. And a lot, you see, more women are into entanglement than you can imagine.
The relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because these areas are gray, they're undefined. You know,
no, he's not my boyfriend, he's my best friend. They will never tell you that friends will benefit.
Best friend, I think you're banging them, right?
They'll tell you, he's my best friend. Oh, he's like my brother.
Bestie.
My brother in the day.
Yeah.
Bestie in the night.
Yeah, bestie in the night. Whew. Smoking. Okay, Uju, so explain that. Did you move on or did he move on? Because this is the part where
I think she moved on.
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this.
Because some women are also blessed. Some women are great too. Pastor Ijeoma understands well, and they tell you. See, are we not all fine girls? We are all fine girls, so we all went through these things.
Drake moved down. Okay, Drake moved down.
See, my own situation, Pastor Fam, my own was even worse too.
Right.
Because, I told you a story about a pastor who used to guide me.
You just said very creepy.
Remember I told you about a pastor who used to guide me.
Right.
And try to protect me to keep being a virgin and all those things. Only for the pastor to be the one that wanted to tear my underwear. If I did not want to, he tore my underwear already.
Wow.
Thank God for the person that came in and intervened. I told you this story. You understand? So those ones that those ones that protect you from men, watch them.
Yeah, that's damn. Especially when you're very young, that's really something, Men in Nigeria like to collect by force. I don't know why. They don't want to beg. Okay, so we really burned that one out, right? Okay, I remember that gist.
Just like because you have to be very, very careful and watch people that you put in your circle, because all these people that say that brother in the Lord, sister, best friend.
Okay, so have you broken up with someone that just won't let go? You break up with them, and it happened to me one time. I had this relationship that she was a little older than me, just slightly older, maybe 5 years or 6 years, and she was a professional marketer or something, black woman, from Inglewood, and parents were rich, of course, I didn't know all that. But anyway, when I tried to break up with her, I was doing my MBA. This was 2012. I was doing my MBA. I was always in the library studying, and beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
true. That's true. Yanni, that's true for sure. So I was doing my MBA. I was about to my MBA. I was 2 years in. I was trying to finish. I had exams to take, standard deviation, statistics, data analysis. I'm just focused, right? And I remember studying in the library with this gay guy. He was a professor of English in UCLA.
Mm.
And he told me that you need to break up with this girl or else you're going to fail your exams. And I called the girl. I had a meeting with her. I said, listen, I don't want to say her name here. I said, listen,
Mm-hmm.
this is really important for me. I need to pass this three major exams I'm taking. One in standard deviation and statistics, one in, I think it was data analysis or something. Anyway, three major exams. And I said, listen, let's just study. I was studying in the library in downtown LA. The central library in downtown LA has, I think, 8 levels. And the third level down on the ground is business. The business section, you can just study all business. So I used to check in at 10 in the morning and leave there at 8 p.m. every single day, back to back, every day except Sunday. So I was in the library studying, putting in the hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one time I left the library and I went home. I lived in San Pedro at the time. So I drove back to San Pedro and, I'm tired, right? So I walk up to my building and I see this parked on the side of the street. I knew it was her, but there was nobody inside. It was just quiet, right? So I knew it was around the building. I know where she was. But bottom line is, as I tried to get into the building, and I saw somebody chasing me towards the building.
Mm. Come on now.
Chasing me towards the building. It was winter. She had a big coat, Batman. She
Fire
was
for fire.
coming towards me, right? And I'm like, yo, I split, I pimped into my apartment, pimped in there quiet, locked the front door, and then made it upstairs, right? When I hit upstairs, she's like, Frank, I see you up there. Open the door.
Mm.
She used the N word, no? She said, listen, open the damn door, right? So I'm like, yo, this is really like my apartment is all, white folks, but it's very quiet, right? So she's stripping. She's going all black, man, for real. Like, so I'm like, this is not good, right? So I look at my window, I'm looking down, and I'm like, listen, let me come downstairs and talk to you. Just hang on. She's like, no, I see you up there. I see your face. Come get the dog. Come get. I'm like, we already broken up, right? I mean, what is this? What is this for? So anyway, by now, people drinking downstairs in the bar are coming out to the front of the building. They're looking at me like, yo, so Frank, let the girl up. Let the girl up. I'm like, no. So anyway, so that passed. About 2 weeks later, I mean, I'm thinking I'm free, right? Man, this chick pulls up again. When she pulls up this time, she pulls up heavy. She was blasting her music, like, and I was walking, carrying some groceries, walking to my apartment, and she saw me. She hit that turn. She busted a U real hard, right? So I'm like, this chick busting a U like 007, like coming at me hard. I'm like, listen, man, I don't want to have to put a slap in here because I don't hate women, right? So, but she refused to be dumped.
So how come you're saying you don't know understand the
She
word dump?
refused. She
I mean,
she refused to be dumped. And the thing about it is, she was real sweet. She was very sweet, very beautiful,
like
very sweet.
sweet character.
Like no, not a sweet character, sweet juice. Juice was sweet. Okay. Time out. Time out. Okay, I'm sorry, Lord. I'm sorry, Jesus. But anyway, she was real sweet, right? So anyway, so it was hard for me to dump her too, but I had to pass this exam, right? So I'm like, yo, it's between this ass and the exam, right? So excuse my language. So I'm like, damn, this is not good, right? So anyway, what happened? I had to go visit her at her mom's house, right? And I came in and I said, listen, there's no point you coming down here and chasing me and shutting things down, just going all crazy. And it's 8 now. Let's just settle this things like adults. And I talked all I talked. I talked my piece. After I was done, she said, listen, I'm not breaking up with you. I refuse to break up with you. It was a problem. It was a
is that one of the deadly breakup?
It's a real And the thing is,
or the toxic breakup.
It was a toxic breakup. And after I finished my exams and passed, I called her back. I was like, let me hit it some more, because it was real. Okay, I'm sorry. So, but anyway,
go to the next topic. Go to the next topic. Bye. Go to the next topic.
So anyway, I'm sorry, Lord.
So, go to the next topic.
So
okay, so that's actually breaking up with the wrong person.
Right.
Is that what it means? Is that the one you just explained?
That was right. I feel sorry, but I called, it didn't happen. So that's how I lost that one.
You had to break her.
That one really. But that said, there's no one that really hurt me that I felt bad, and that was the last time I broke up with someone.
That's not true.
For real.
Please, let's not go there. Let's not go there. That's not true.
This is the last time I broke up.
Do you know when that girl's story happened? Do you know when you broke up with the last person? Why are you talking like you're talking? Do you know an insider is sitting beside you?
That was, like you said, it was not a breakup. We grew apart because of that situation.
No, that's actually what is breakup. The other one you dumped. This one
there was one I dumped that was really bad.
So that was the last time you dumped somebody. That's not when the last time you broke up with somebody.
No, that one was.
As a matter of fact, two of them were dumped because
they refused to be dumped.
You see, people tell you that's dumping.
But she refused to be dumped.
Pastor Frank, the two situations were dumping.
I was trying to think.
The two situations were dumping.
I had to
both the last person and the one that chased you up, both of them are dumping.
I had to pass my exam.
But both of them are dumping.
So anyway, so I love you too. So here's the thing, right?
Pastor IJ, aka Insider. What am an insider? How can you be telling story like you're talking to just strangers?
But this one really broke my heart because
broke who's that? Let's go to the next topic. Pastor.
I'm saying this one.
Breakups, sexual.
No, but
rebound, baby trap.
Yeah. When you break up a girl and then you have breakup sex, and then that's is the final one before you walk away.
That's usually the one that
that's the one that somebody gets pregnant.
That's the one people get pregnant.
Yeah, that's the one that gets pregnant. So beware of that. Be careful. Tim.
Why are they even doing? Don't call Tima. The Tima tell you she's active.
No, sorry, not Tima. I didn't mean Temi. I was gonna say.
No, I'm saying even Temi. The Temi tell you she's doing.
No, I'm just saying just watch out. Any breakup.
So those final breakup sex is usually problem.
Sex, be careful, yeah.
The truth is, here is what I want to advise them. Some people will say, "Oh, Passager is being too religious." So don't see. Everybody has been there, done that. Been there, done that. As Frank has been there, done that. But the honest truth is, when you keep sleeping with men, you're hurting yourself.
Yes, you are.
You are definitely hurting yourself. To be honest with you, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing to yourself, you're causing more damage.
And when men sleep with women, you're increasing his skills.
And you're increasing his skills. And you as a woman, you're hurting yourself. Honestly
speaking. The man is also hurting too. Because soul ties, destiny battle.
Yeah, it's both. I mean, I'm talking to both people. Right. Because that's how some people don't know how they contacted bad luck. Some people don't know how they contacted failure, rise and fall. All those things come from sex. That's the truth, because there's always a transfer of spirit. Have you guys heard this adage that says when a young girl sleeps with an older man, the older man starts looking young and the young girl starts looking older?
I heard that. Vice versa too.
Which vice versa?
When a young guy sleeps with an old lady.
Yes, it's true. Yeah. You understand? So
he turns into an old man.
Somebody say one for the road. Rebound sex, one for the road.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah.
That's the one that gets you child support. That's the final piece. Be careful.
And at the end of the day, your heart is more broken. Your life is more shattered because you're always going to one more time.
But this is the truth. I hate it when a breakup, the girl starts to cry. Because that to me really. It touches me, and because I don't ever want to cause any pain. I'm doing.
Is it now or before?
Even now,
is it now or before?
How do you mean?
You don't like to cause pain. Is it now or before?
I don't cause you the pain.
No, not me. See, when you refer to me, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Can you paint the painless?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll always tell you,
Right.
already, my heart is already broken.
Right.
I'm already heartless, so you can't heartless me.
Right.
Is that if there's any English like that?
It's true.
You understand? You cannot shame the shameless. What do you want shame me for? What do you want pay me for?
So you're asking me about in the past, did I feel pain?
No, you're saying that you always feel pain when you hurt women. I'm saying, is it now or before? Because everything that you've done, it does not show. It's not like the person who feels pain when he dumps women.
Right. No. I do feel pain.
So but you continue doing it.
If it's I was cold before. So and now.
So in that cold, how were you feeling the hurt of their hurt?
Let me tell you this situation. This is the last story I'm going to tell. I'm honest, and because we gotta leave you at 6. And so here's the thing. This person was really good to me. They were Canadian, but the thing about it is, I wasn't ready. I was a kid. I wasn't ready.
Just be say calling him out. Who is calling him out?
So she was a doctor. The part that really hurt me with this person is because
she was a doctor.
No, her mom, her parents are from. She's Canadian and she lived here, and she's older. She's a doctor, like stem cell research doctor, in a big university. And I was just knucklehead, and gave her a timetable. I said, I only got you Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh yeah, that girl.
Yeah, I gave her 2 days a week. That's it. Can you come in those 2 days? I come in and smash, I eat a bounce. That was a plan. So I was real cold, with that whole setup, right? But I just had too many girlfriends at the time, and she had a schedule Tuesday, Thursday. So,
but you still had too many girlfriends until I came, though.
No.
What are you saying?
I only had one girlfriend. In fact, I had one partner. She was a little bit.
that was when you broke up before I came.
I see your face against me.
No, but even when I came, there were still some little doll babies.
No, there's no
people you were kissing their hand, you were taking them to dinners.
No.
People that were leaving church because of me.
I was not in I mean that situation.
Yeah.
That was just friends.
Exactly.
I wasn't dating anyone.
See, guys, beware of friends. Beware
I was single.
No, you were single. You were not doing the.
Yes.
But you were emotionally doing. You were emotionally involving women.
How?
You were making women believe
that situation. I didn't make him believe anything. You know the story.
No, I don't know.
You know that story.
I don't know.
You know what happened.
I know. I don't know. I don't know.
Story, but that story,
I don't know.
That girl from.
I don't know.
What's her name again?
Don't call her name.
I am going to call her name. So because you make it
I still remember her.
Okay. So, but you know what happened?
Oh yeah, I know.
I wasn't at fault, right?
No,
I told her the truth.
No, you did not.
I took her to
dinner. You told her half.
I know. I took her to dinner.
That's the thing. Pastor Fan, that's where the problem starts with women. Women don't want you to lead them on, just like men.
But
you see, like women who like to chop guys' money.
See, I didn't.
Their life is always entangled because you may be thinking you're playing games.
Here's the thing. I didn't lead her on. I took her to dinner once. I never kissed her. I never squeezed her.
Timabi said he was giving them false hope. That's what it was.
No, it wasn't false hope.
Yes.
I told her I was going to go marry.
You told her we were going to go marry. So probably she was even the one that scattered that marriage. So when you come back, you can marry her.
Okay, she just got
Did you hear what she told you that day that we spoke? She said, yes, you told me you were going to Houston, but I knew it was not going to work. That was what she said.
I didn't hear that part.
How can you hear?
So she messed it up?
I don't know who messed it up, but I know my God messed it up. I don't care who messed it up. It was all messed up for my favor. I don't care who messed it up.
Man, be aware. Women are cold, man.
And men too. So everybody just be very, very careful. Don't lead people on.
I didn't lead that on.
Pastor Frank, you led her on.
How?
What are you calling her when you know you had someone you were speaking? What were you calling her to take her to dinner for?
See here.
Do you know where Pastor Frank took this girl to dinner? He took this girl to Beverly Hills.
Wait, hold up.
He used the limousine to go pick up this girl for a dinner.
Nobody uses limos. That's a big lie. That's a big fat lie. See, baby, listen. Let me tell you what happened.
When he even went to her, the girl told him, he said, after you opened the door for me, you even kissed my hand, you held my hand. I was
being a gentleman.
Gentleman.
See, I'm British,
Oh, please leave that you're British. Don't even speak that
I was being
British
a gentleman.
English.
So I was being a gentleman. I grabbed the lady's hand. See, the shivery is
leave
not
that
there.
Leave that
I let the lady come out. She lived in Hollywood.
How many times have you opened door for me? if you're being a gentleman.
I wouldn't do this for you all the time. You know it.
I know it. But how many times have you taken me to dinner and kissed my hand and carry my wedding dress?
God. Oh my God. Baby, you can't compare yourself to this.
I'm not comparing myself.
Right.
No, you said you are a gentleman as if this is a day-to-day character.
But wait, you sound
so I'm saying it. I'm not saying it out of jealousy. I'm not saying it out of any hate. I'm saying this because these people need to learn.
Okay, so
you don't lead anybody on. Don't go and be eating a man's money.
You're saying too many things at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. First,
you kissed her hand.
I treated the woman nice,
like
right?
your queen,
and I still
you treated her like your queen.
No, not like my queen. I
See,
treat her like a woman.
If you still do that, please don't do it in front of me because that woman, I'm going to block her with that door.
I treated her as a woman.
But please, you're a married man. Right. Don't treat them that way.
No, I treat people with politeness.
No, but that's different.
I don't extend that to everyone.
No, but that's different though.
Right.
The way you treated her like a woman who you took on a date to know her better. I'm a woman and I'm telling you how you treated her.
I'm not against that. I'm not against that definition.
And that's why she had hope. So that was why she was able to start. You know what this girl did one day? This same girl came to church and fainted on my husband.
What kind of hope did she have if I told her I was going to Houston to go explore a relationship that might turn into marriage?
That you were already into before you met her.
Yeah.
So that was why she understood that one.
Right.
And that was why it was easy for her to scatter that one because after that one, the next option is her. You're not understanding this because you're innocent. Do you understand?
I'm innocent.
So when you came back, she was expecting, okay, that one didn't work. Now I'm the next option. So it was to her greatest shock that there was already an option.
When I came back.
Yes. So what she never understood was from day one, she was never even in the plan. But when you take a woman to dinner, you're giving the woman a hope that it can work.
No.
Yes, Pastor Frank, that's what it is.
Because it depends. You can take someone to dinner if they're your friend, right? You're not taking them to dinner to marry them. If you're dating someone, you can take them to dinner. We had a dinner date.
Pastor Frank, do you know what is dinner date?
We had one dinner date.
Yes.
But
you did not take her out in the afternoon. You didn't take her out to breakfast. You took her to dinner. Do you know what dinner means?
Let me understand this. One dinner date with a woman equals marriage.
And this woman comes to your church.
In your mind.
And this woman comes to your church, sits beside you.
Stop taking women to dinner. If one dinner date at night is going to equate marriage.
No, not equate marriage.
Run away from this stuff.
No, Pastor Frank, the thing
it's too complicated.
No, but it's actually a red sign. It's a sign.
I don't see how.
No, because you are not seeing it how.
That's what I'm saying.
A woman who wants a relationship.
If women are seeing this, man needs to run. If one dinner date is going to get you in line,
did you hear what you said? Did you say, Pastor Frank, you take a woman out to dinner?
Set the tone, right? Mm-hmm. It set the tone. But then she knew where I was headed to.
No, she did not know.
She knew what I was
doing. No, she didn't know because remember I had that talk with you. Mm-hmm. What did she tell you? She said to you, I can't come to the church anymore.
No, that was for you. I'm talking about the previous girl I was with. When I met her in church, right? She told me what her life was about, right? Told me what was going on.
And you were in sympathy with her.
And I said, let's go and have. Actually, we didn't go for dinner. We actually went for Starbucks first.
No, okay, the first, yeah.
Yes.
But before you downstairs the church for dinner.
And then we went to dinner next time.
But you were calling her.
No, it was the first time. It was the same time. We only went out once.
No, you went, but the first time you went out with her, you took only dinner.
That first time,
you remember she sent you.
We had Starbucks and we had the same night.
But she was dressed properly.
She was dressed, pants.
No, she was not dressed on pants. No, she was not dressed on pants. Why are you talking like I'm a stranger?
She was dressed in pants.
Did you remember that this girl sent you a message that I read?
Right.
She said, after you took her on a dinner, after you did this, after you did this, after you did that was not a woman that just came out casually for you to take her out. Okay. You guys had been talking.
Right, we've been talking for sure.
Yes, you were even advising her for her children and all those things.
Right, we were talking.
Okay, but that's on the side, Pastor Frank. Yeah. You see, but that's the truth. If this woman, you remember what she told you?
Right.
She said to you, I can't come to your church again because I am heartbroken. And you asked her why she's heartbroken.
Not this current church, guys. Another church we used to go to.
The other church we used to go to. She said, because I am heartbroken. And you said to her, why are you heartbroken? And she said to you, because I didn't see you going for this young girl. And you told her, but I told you I was going for a girl in Houston, and she said to you, yes, but at least even if it didn't work, you know, I knew it wasn't. She made that she like something like it was because of me it didn't work. That was how I understood it. And then I thought that
I didn't get that part.
Because your mind was innocent, and you know I was a second party or a third party listening to the conversation. Understand? And then she said to you, if that one was not gonna work, I was supposed to be the next option. That is a girl who already built her maths. Yeah, she was already expecting. She was coming to church because of you.
No, she was just I met her. She wasn't. I didn't bring her to church.
No, you didn't bring her to church. No, she already wanted. So why would she leave if she was a true member? Somebody invited her to church, and then she saw you and she stayed. That was what she was saying.
Okay.
And then she told you she wasn't going to stay anymore. Okay. So you gave the girl false hope.
And then you
were texting her every morning, every night. She was texting you every morning, every night.
Right.
Exactly.
You see, here's
don't defend it.
I'm not going to defend this because her story was not even part of my story. I was actually going somewhere else.
Look at what Just B said. She said most women will view it as being interested, romantic, especially if they like you. That's exactly what it is.
Right. So you know, these are important things to talk about because they form the crux of why I wrote my book, When a Man Looks at a Woman.
Ezenakwes said she felt that way. That will give some women hope.
Right.
It's like a date dinner. Chiamaka piece is like a date dinner. Yeah.
Right. You know, and it's true. I'm not this I will not defend because what Passage is describing is kind of what happened.
Yeah, and it's making more sense to you now.
It's making more sense to me why she would be hurt. Right. But you know, when I met Passage, there were a few men on the table. Some were dating her, some were trying to be with her, some were approaching her.
Some were dating her, some were trying to be with her.
Some were calling from abroad.
Is that supposed to be a description of me? No. Some were dating her, some were calling her, some were acquaintances.
Yes, there was a large range of men that were on the table.
Why are you turning the tables around?
I'm just describing it.
How many were on your table?
On my table, I had just one girlfriend.
Which one girlfriend?
I got her name.
There was no girlfriend with you when I came. So what do you mean by one girlfriend?
No, that was the only person that was in the background. I already broke up with her, but what I'm saying is that was the only person in my life at the time.
No, she was not your life. Unless you're just telling me now she was in your life.
What I'm saying is I broke up with her. But
you broke up at least a year before I met you.
No, not a year. Because I met you around April.
No, you met me
in May. No, when did I meet you?
That's fine. You met me.
I went to Houston in
May.
No, I went earlier than that.
Pastor Frank, you went to Houston in May.
Okay. I take May. I think it's earlier than that.
I think the first week in May.
Okay, when did you come to California?
I came to California in April.
Okay, so I definitely met you in May.
I met you in May, yeah. I'm very sure.
Okay.
Because our engagement was done on just few days before Mother's Day. Yeah, so about May 7th or May something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? I lost my train of thought, but
because there were so many women.
No.
Keep denying.
For you,
even in the church, how many women were in the church for you?
No. There was nobody.
Even the one that was chasing you around. Don't even go there. Don't go there.
You can't know.
I should not add it. You see women that were in the background. Some topic could be a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
No, yeah, that one because that was my friend, like my friend, not a potential person.
Friends with benefits.
No, there was no benefits. There was no benefits.
There was benefit because we were eating free food.
Well, that not,
you go and clean. After cleaning, they'll give you free food.
Right. Help with some chores and learning some muscles in there.
So he was a janitor. Those people that come in by 1 a.m. and leave by 4:30 a.m.
That wasn't me. I wasn't doing that kind of.
What do you mean you were not doing
that?
You were doing it.
No.
When you used to go and pour out hot water and take out trash.
No.
And then you now sleep on the couch for food to be done.
Right.
Before food is done, that chasing you around.
Oh, that's not true. Don't believe
Purple is done.
Open
Oh
sound.
my
Open sound.
goodness. Iliwagon.
God forbid. Sophia, that's not true.
Oh
God forbid.
Jesus. Guys, you guys need to be very
I cancel
careful.
it. I cancel
I
it.
bind in Jesus'
I
name.
cancel it.
You guys need to be very careful. I'm telling you. See, when you're having friends,
Yes.
be very careful.
When friends can cook the bottle of soup for you without
Ah.
a yam, and they want you to
Akwacha,
drink, and they want
akwacha
you to drink milk afterwards. It's a
Akwacha,
problem,
eh.
man. It's a problem.
You know those ones that Igbo people used to call it inyapolaka. So be very careful. Because those are the kind of food that they used to put some powder inside.
No, for real.
They used to put
There's
some
something
powder.
that when they give you some milk, run.
Talk no me. Those ones they'll give you and say your mouth.
Don't touch it, they run.
So some people are dumped, but they won't let go.
Right. I think we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that. Friends with benefits, we've talked about it. Careful dumping, we've talked about it. You see those people that will tell you, "Oh, you don't deserve me."
Right.
Those are careful dumpers.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. So once people that will tell you, "Oh, you're too good for me. You're too good for me." You know,
Right,
you're too good for me. Be very, very careful. Growing apart over time. Growing apart over time.
Yeah.
Growing apart over time. Those distant relationships.
Like you're broken up, but you still kind of are together, and you tend to kind of. Thank you, Gani. So you're broken up with this person, right? But someone once told me that every relationship comes to an end. Every relationship will come to an end, right? So it might be death, it might be something really tragic that happens, maybe infidelity or whatever. But the issue is this world that we live in, things die, plants germinate, and seeds germinate and create plants, and plants die. Fishes swim one day, they float to the top of the ocean, they die. So stuff is always happening in our world. We're meant to die, right? So relationships also do die. So although you might be in love with someone the day you started, 40 years later, you may have fallen out of love with them 20 years prior. So you might get divorced 40 years later. But the fact is, the 60 years you've been with them, only 20 was real love. So what I'm saying? So that happens even today, like relationships where you've been with someone for just 5 years. Real love, right? The third year might be convenience. The fourth year might be just partnership. The fifth year, you're not even speaking to each other.
But that's why it's good to have a good foundation, though,
business
Pastor
partners.
Frank.
Yeah. Be good friendship is good.
So I don't agree that every relationship dies, though.
Not that it dies. It comes to an end.
So when it comes to an end, it's dead already.
No,
I don't want to agree with it.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't have any life in it. It just means that the dimension that it has now may be different from what it started with.
I said I don't want to agree with it because I've seen people who have been like my parents, for example. Their marriage is about 40 years, but every day they get closer. Every day my parents they get better. You always said my dad is one of your role models, right? So relationships don't necessarily have to end. Now I understand the death part, but I've seen the couple who even after death they still have a strong relationship. Because I actually had a couple that were very close to us. One of my in-laws then. The husband immediately the husband died, the wife died.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Even Kingsley's parents, the one from yesterday, his parents died. The dad died a week after the mom died. They buried both of them together. So that I don't believe that every relationship dies.
What did you just say? What did you say? That's gotta be bad. What did you say?
Manke, I'm telling you, those kind of food that you used to eat then. When you make God your foundation, it always work out.
Yes, that's true. When you make God your foundation, that's the key.
Yes, make God your foundation in every relationship. But see, here is what I always tell people. Even though you're making God your foundation, make sure that you and your spouse also understand yourselves, work on yourselves.
Right.
Work on yourself. Some people are just naturally toxic, and that's why it's important to ask questions. Who the guy is, one of the things. One of the things that Pastor Frank is very important to Pastor Frank is his peace of mind.
Right.
And we are very mutual there. Do you understand? There's so many things I believe in, he believes in. Like I always tell him, anytime okay, I'm not gonna say that so people will not judge me so much. That's fine.
Why? Go ahead.
No.
Why? They won't judge you.
They will.
No, they won't judge you.
Trust me. The person that is gonna watch this video now and tape just that part is coming. So leave that one.
Okay.
Leave that
part.
What
is it about? What is it about? Let me see if it's bad. You can tell me. Okay. All right. So yeah, that one we should leave that one alone. That might be becoming too real.
Yeah.
That one.
Some people are saying that some people actually wonders that we are being too open.
That we're being too open about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the idea of being fearless. I think Raymond just said it that we're open, and the reason that we're open is because I think we both come from a long line of mistakes and criticism. We've taken all the heat there is to take in relationships, and that's why we live free of those things. It doesn't come with less sacrifice that you make in your lives, but it's just that we've learned how to work together to know the areas that cause us problems, and we just avoid them or learn how to work with them better. It doesn't mean that we don't fight. We fight all the time, but it's not consistent.
We don't fight all the time.
We don't fight all the time, but it's like, but we do turn up. We do get lit.
Yeah, of course. Every human being does. Yeah, we disagree.
Yeah,
we disagree, but we just understand that even in our disagreements, it's not disagreeing with each other.
Right.
It's disagreeing with a situation. So once we are done with it, we move on to what next.
Something else. So it's not like it's not personal. We don't take it personal.
We don't take it personal. That's the word. We honestly don't take it personal.
So, me and Tina,
we understood what you said. We just don't take it. I think that's one of the issues. Most times, couples take situations personal.
Right.
You understand? Because everybody's gonna be hot.
Right.
Even here, a lot of times I'm on hot seat. Pastor Frank hot seat. I'm like, no, I don't agree.
On hot seat. I'm put on a hot seat all the time. But
we just have to understand each other. Please, guys, go ahead and click your like button and subscribe. We are coming to an end for today.
Yes. Thank you so much. So,
please, thank you for being with us. So, staying with a woman, but not with them. And also staying with a man but not with them, this is very dangerous because you can be hurting yourself, you can be hurting the person. So if you're with people and you know that, don't just be with anybody because of what you can get from them. Don't be with anybody to hurt them. Be with people because you really care for them or care about them. And then very importantly, don't be with anybody out of self-pity, because some people actually they think they're in love, but actually IVO said it, they think they're in love but they're actually in a pity relationship, which is also a situationship. Oh, because this guy, I don't want him to feel it's because he doesn't have it. I don't want him to feel because he's broke. I don't want him to feel. I don't want her to feel. I don't want her to feel. No, you can't be in such relationship. Is very, very important. You cannot. Breaking up with someone you love. We've already talked about it. There are certain reasons why you can break up with someone, not because you don't love them, but because the situation is not good for you. Because you understand that, okay, this is actually not what you're supposed to do, or this is not what you're supposed to be in, or this is not what you're supposed to be actually involved with. You understand? So it's very, very important that you understand that. So you want to go through breaking up with someone. I've already done that. Breaking up with someone you love.
Okay, so what happens to a woman after a breakup? We understand.
You've already talked about it.
Oh, you done?
No, you didn't.
Okay, so what happens to a man?
What happens? Can you touch that a little bit? Because some people don't forgive themselves after dumping them.
So after a breakup, sometimes I think that you need to have some level of empathy when you're breaking up with someone. First of all, if you guys have an intelligent mindset, then you can discuss the chemistry, discuss the real content of the breakup. Why you guys breaking up? Does it make sense? Let's look at the science of the breakup and really discuss it. If you're intelligent enough to come to an understanding, then you can break up like adults. Now, it might hurt you a little bit, but you just have to be adult about it. However, if you can't break up in a way that makes sense, it might be toxic to where you can't, you have to leave the environment.
Yeah.
Exit. So you must have an exit strategy. But I think 80% of the time, you should have enough space within both of you to design the breakup. It's like a divorce. So you design the mechanics and stipulations of the breakup. You say, okay, listen, on Saturday, I'm going to move out. Okay. Um, I'm going to move back to my parents' house to get a new apartment or house or whatever. So you deal with the geography if you're moving out. You set a date. And then it's usually very toxic to be around that person if you're really going to move. So it might mean you taking your keys, leaving your stuff, and leaving that same night, and then coming back to on the weekend to pack your stuff. That could be one way to do it. Or I think it's not time. It's going to be calls. It's going to be drama. It's going to be a little you're going to expect that. Or it might be just be easy, right? But either way, you must let her down easy or let him down easy. If you try to break up with the wrong person or with the wrong method, something's gonna happen. You gotta be ready. Like you can't just in LA. You can't break up with someone and just think you're gonna get the next boyfriend. If the guy is psycho, he won't let you. You might have to leave town. You might have to move to Missouri or somewhere because they feel like if they can't have you, then they don't want you, and then you get into that mix.
Some people, it's not even because of that; it's just because of the pride.
It could be pride. It could be being a social part. Being a psychopath. Who knows why?
Yeah, some people actually it's actually for some people it's actually a mental problem.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but from the aspect that I will come from when you talk about what happens to you when you break up.
Yes.
I'll actually come from the emotional part of you trying to heal. Because some people don't know how to heal.
Right.
Some people's joy is depend on relationship, men, women.
Yes, yeah.
You understand? So that's why it's very important for you to be enough for yourself.
Right.
For you to actually love yourself so much. Right. So you don't have to depend your joy, your satisfaction, your next move on anybody.
Right.
At least you're content with yourself.
Right.
You love yourself. I mean, everybody goes through hot and anybody can be hot. But you don't have to actually show it. You don't want to have to wear your emotions to your sleeve.
Right. Absolutely. So that pretty much wraps it up, you can be in denial about the status of your relationship and being good friends after a breakup. That's where we end. But the denial part,
that's actually very bad though.
To be
when you break up, please cut off. When you break up, cut off until because that's actually where people get entangled again.
Okay,
they're broken up but they're still sleeping together.
Yes. So yeah, when you break up, cut off, right? If you have a clean breakup, yes. But sometimes you break up and you remain friends.
Well, not at the moment. It's not good.
It can be toxic.
It's not good because remember when one day we were talking about check-off lists. And one of the things that you mentioned, you said some people keep their exes as a relationship. Do you understand?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you guys can't talk, but your ex should not be your best friend. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be that way.
Yes.
Because both of you have already tasted something that is very easy for you to always want. So it's not good.
Right.
Please go ahead and click your like button. That's true. Being able to be by yourself and your own company. Yeah. Right. It's very important. Some relationship you just have to cut off, and boom, go.
Right.
Just fine, check on that thing.
That's it. Being good friends after breakup. So being
good people.
Being good friends with the relationship.
Okay, that's the last one. Okay, being
after
good friends
after breakup.
Okay, after breakup. Okay.
You're saying no. You're saying run away.
Yeah, at least, especially when you've not really healed.
But do you truly ever heal?
Yeah. Who doesn't heal? Are you still stuck in your past? Because I'm moved on. I'm moved on fast.
Right.
Yeah. I'm moved on. I
have moved on, of course, yes.
You're not speaking as if you're sure.
No, I have moved on from my past, yeah. But sometimes, some past you can't break away from completely because what you have with that person, like children.
No, but that's not emotional.
Yes,
we're talking about emotional entanglement. You understand?
Yeah.
You can still be involved with your past because you have children. Like for example, in this country, One of the things I don't like about baby daddies and baby mamas in America is that most baby mamas and baby daddies in America, they're still having some form of sexual relationship because they never shut that door completely.
Yeah.
No, they never shut that door completely. Okay. You know, and they always hide behind the fact that, oh, these are my children, you understand?
Right.
And you don't hide behind children to do certain things.
To get
I mean, how many of you agree with that? How many of you agree with what I just said? You know, some people, but fine, but you've seen it though.
Right.
You know, they're leaving their baby daddy's house 2 a.m. Baby daddy's leaving their baby mother. They say, oh, they went to watch over their kids. Watch over which kids? Somebody will say, oh, I'm texting my baby mama by 6 a.m. What are you texting your baby mama for? What are you, yeah. I mean, you guys could be friends.
Nicki Minaj said, baby daddy be on my back.
You see?
You know, so baby daddy be on my back.
You see?
She said in the song.
You know, so some people, this baby daddy, and with Pastor YJ, it's true. You know, so they always tell you, oh, baby mommy, baby daddy, baby. So like I always tell people, if you want to enjoy your relationship, enjoy your marriage, cut all those baby daddy, baby mama crap. Do you understand? Cut all those crap. You know, because that's why you see some women, they want to start taking their kids off. Like they want to start using their kids, especially when they are not in a good relationship. Like a situation whereby a baby mama will call you and say, if you want me to come by 1 a.m., I can come. Come and do what? Do you understand what I'm saying? Imagine if you're not in a good relationship or you're not in a good place. What would you do? You would not say, oh, yeah, come and watch over your child. Before you come back, they're naked, stark naked, welcoming you back in your own house. They're telling you welcome in your own home. Right. So sometimes just cut all those extras out. You know?
They welcome me to hot.
Yeah, because there might always be chemistry. You know? Yeah, you know, when somebody has seen your nakedness before, it's very easy for you to say, after he's been there, done that. So it's okay to be free with them. And before you know what is happening, so all those baby daddy best friend thing doesn't work. My hubby baby mama.
What?
What did she say? My hubby baby mama will call him at 1 a.m. that their child is sick. Call him at 1 a.m. But it always happens. So, but it's always good for the woman. You are the woman that will fight it. To be honest with you, some people, they will call you out because that's why they always say, oh, Nigerian women.
That's risky.
That's very risky. You understand? Yeah.
And it's dangerous too. I know a guy, a friend of mine, a real close friend of mine, a very, very close friend of mine. You know, his son went to go to an apartment to go have an argument with his baby mama. And he got there, he had some smoke on him. He had to burn it. The guy, his ex brought his son out. He saw the guy. Something happened. The boy went back upstairs. But then her boyfriend came down to the car and shot this guy dead. And when the cops came, the guy had his own AK in the car. And so why would you take an AK-47 to go meet your baby mama, right? And that puts yourself in that situation to where you want to go see your son, but she's obviously off and her boyfriend is off. So the mix is volatile. The kid has to see his dad getting shot. You know, it's just messed up.
But you know, it's always like that, right?
Yeah, so
it's always like that. And because I remember, you know, I remember a situation where if you have to go with the child, the mother always has to be there.
Right.
Most times they don't do that with good intentions.
Right.
Do you understand?
Right.
They always want to flaunt. They always want to show you that they're available. And you know what I'm talking about. Right. You always want to show that they're available. That's why it's always very good to set a boundary. Like, for example, when the kids' dad is here, have them. Until it's time for me to pick them up. You know, so you always create that environment for yourself, for your own safety. Right. And also create the environment for your spouse's safety. Right. You know, that's like I always advise men. Especially if you know, it's always good to have your wife involved in the child's life. Right. And have your husband involved in the kid's life. Right. So let me say, for example, if for example, they call my husband at 1 a.m. that his son is sick. My husband already knows. First of all, my husband is not going to pick that call because you're not going to call my husband at 1 a.m. Are you kidding me? You're not even going to call my husband after 9 a.m. You know, you're not going to call my husband because my husband cannot call somebody's wife and nobody's going to call me at that time too. So if you want to make such call, you can call your kids. That's fine. If they're awake, they can answer. But unless maybe we had a schedule. Oh, please, can you help me to call a so my child can speak to you?
Right.
That's a complete different thing.
Yeah.
You know. So there's certain boundaries that you need to create for both your sanity, your husband. Some husbands even genuinely use that baby mama thing as excuse to go and cheat. Oh, I'm going to see my son. Oh, I was with my son 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Are you kidding me? With that, you don't have a prior information with your wife. You know, one day I followed and I saw them making out in a car, and the child was not even there. You see?
What?
Yes. It's always easy. Well, Pastor Frank, it's very easy. That's an easiest way. You see, so these things we are teaching are actually things that are very real.
Right. So, is this currently your husband?
Yes. Yeah, calling her my husband. One day I followed and I saw them making out, and the child was not there. The child was, yeah.
That's tough.
So it's very good. See, I had to fight it with you too. I did fight it, but I had to get myself in the mix. And what did she tell you? She told you she doesn't want me involved with that child. And I called her. So because first of all, I'm not the woman you mess up with. I'm sorry. I'm not that kind of baby, I'm not that kind of person you mess up with. So I called her. I said, if you have to deal with my husband and this child, you have to deal with me. Because a man doesn't take care of a child. It's a woman that takes care of the child, not a man. How many hours does Pastor Frank stay in the house? It's a woman that takes care of the child. So you have to understand. See, you just have to be very, very mindful, because it's very easy. No matter how hard a man is to fall into temptation, no matter how easy a woman is to fall into temptation, he's now an ex. So those things are real things. And good. Guess what? It might not even be the man's fault. Because you understand, you don't know what the woman do. A husband can stay and he will say, oh, I told her to send me my son's picture, and she'll send herself and send to him.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I always tell people. When you're dealing with blended family, there's some conversations we had before we even blended, and even after and even now that we're still blended, because someone that wants to get to you.
Oh, yes.
If I ever find my husband with the baby mama making out, they will not have a complete mouth to tell this story. Ngoma is trained up. Ngoma, see, Pastor Frank came to this service with a hammer.
Ngoma gets a hammer. So,
but these things happen from not setting boundaries.
But Boy Prince, was this what caused the breakup, or was there something else that you have to deal with besides this? Because I don't want to get too personal with that one, but
no, but you can, because she's not really using her name, so you can help her out.
Okay, so I feel like if that wasn't what caused it, then that feels. You see, two things are happening here. We got to close now, but here
it was more. She said it was more.
It was more. Okay, yeah. So if he's with you and he's not really tidied up the thing with his ex, that can be a problem. That's a big problem.
Pastor Frank, but how many people actually tidied up? Because some people will tell you that. That's why I tell people, period. You can't be best friends with your ex. I don't care how strong, emotionally strong you are. You just have to set boundaries.
Right.
If you have a wife and you have even if you have 100 kids with this baby mama, you can't go to their home by yourself. Do you understand? Like in your own case, even before you met me, you already set a boundary. You don't know the color of her house. Do you understand? Because you personally already set a boundary.
Right.
And that boundary that you set is a situation whereby, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be in this room. I'm not going to be in this one position with you. With everything that she was trying to flaunt, always trying to follow you with the child, you still set your own boundaries. Yeah. This is what is going to happen. Not going to happen. So you have to just understand who you are, set up what you want, what you don't want. Then when a woman comes in, be transparent to her.
Right.
Like when she told you or she texted you or called you and said, I don't want your wife involved with my son. Right. You told me. You said, oh, this was what she said. And I told you I'm going to address it.
Right.
And you were like, oh yeah, if you want to address it, that's fine.
Right.
So even with that Pastor Frank telling me to address it, I was still going to address it.
Right.
I just wanted to tell him out of courtesy and respect. And then I took the phone and called her. I said, hello, girl. What's going on? Fine. Okay, my husband told me this. What's up with that? And she was like, oh, no, she didn't say that. I know my husband. He's not going to lie to me. But okay, anyways, whether he said it or not, just understand, we have a guiding rules in my home. And you are not part of the rules. So, and one of our rules is my husband is involved with my children. I'm involved with his son. So if we have to do this, we have to do it not as a family with you, but both of us as a family handle our children. So you have to set boundaries. You have to set rules that guide your home. One of the things that we had as a problem is in our home, we call the parents are mommy and daddy. So you can't bring in your son and tell your son to address me as my name. It doesn't work. So you definitely don't want to be a part of the family. And you know what's going to happen to you. Highest thing they will say, oh, these Nigerian women are hard. They're hard. What they call them?
Too hardcore.
Too hardcore that this one. But you need to still set your rules, though. And I'm saying this to everyone because you don't know the kind of man you're going to be with tomorrow. Yes. You may have a child. You may have two. Yes. You have to set. You want to go prepare for work?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So see you now.
Okay. You want to talk to them and then go on. I'll end it.
Okay. I think I'm pretty much done. Yeah. You can wrap it up. Right.
Okay. Pastor Frank has to.
Yeah. But do you think there's no rush?
Okay. No, I'm going to round it off now. So, yeah, I'm going to round this. Sorry, guys. He has to be at work. So I want you to understand something very, very fact. Regardless of what it is, okay, you have to stamp your foot and know what to take and what not to take. A lot of times women are always either desperate or or they when you meet a man tells you, oh, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, and all that and all that and all that and all that. But women will be shy not to tell the man, we want this, we don't want this. We want to paint ourselves or portray ourselves as the good woman. It doesn't work. All those things, at the end of the day, they turn around and bite us, and they bite us so badly. So if the man is telling you, oh, these are the things he wants, you as a woman, please also open your mouth and tell the man, these are the things I want. Let it be mutual. If he doesn't understand your stance in certain things, it's okay. If she doesn't understand your stance in certain things, it's still okay. But instead of having accumulated problem or twisting and having a bad end, just today, talk about it, deal with it, discuss it, make sure that everything is good. It's very important because this blended family thing sometimes, this blended family thing, and you too also make sure that you're also transparent with your own baby daddy thing. Also make sure that you're transparent. Don't be sneaky and all those things. No, be very transparent. Bring everything to the table. What your husband is bringing to the table, you two you're bringing to the table. You guys should bring it all to the table. Discuss it. Have good understanding. Set boundaries. Okay, sir, excuse me, so time you can call. Unless the kids have gotten to the age where you can call them directly. Even when the kids are going after 8 p.m., they're already in bed. So how are you going to call them? Those boundaries. So anybody that is baby mama or call baby mama papa ni, you already know that you're not going to call my husband after certain hours. It's not about you calling and me picking. It's not even anything like that. You're not even going to do it. Because what's going to happen is, by the special grace of God, in the morning, I'm going to come and knock and call you out. Let's have a conversation. This is not going to work for me. So some people will even let me say this lastly, some people even set their children as trap. I've also seen this kind of situation where a lady called me and said, anytime the husband's baby mama wants to have access to her husband, she will send the son. So it's a matter of, okay, send the son to come and stay for a couple of weeks. So with that, she can always call him to talk to the son. And then I said to her, I've also been in such situation where she has to call him to talk to her son. So what I did was call her and tell her, my husband doesn't take care of your son. I take care of your son. If you want to talk to your son, please call me and talk to your son. Now, somebody is saying, Pastor, are you being overprotective? No, it doesn't have anything to be with protective or protectiveness. This was our conversation. First of all, anytime she calls him, my husband has to call me and measures. It doesn't make no sense. When you know he's not at home, you can call me to talk to him. So she calling him to call me is a disguise. It doesn't make no sense. You have my number, you can text me, we can chat, we can video call, and then you have to call him to call me. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. If I need to call somebody to talk to my kids, I wouldn't even want to call their dad. I would prefer to call his wife to talk to them. You know why? Because my heart is clean. So when you start hiding under that, call him, call her, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with her, I don't really like her. What has she done to you? What don't you like about her? You don't like her because you have ulterior motive. You don't like him because you have ulterior motive. So why are you not liking your ex-wife's husband? What has he done to you? He hasn't done anything to you. So if you don't have an ulterior motive, call her. You know, if you want a relationship really, then have a relationship with everybody. Don't separate the relationships. Oh, you know, he's my best friend. A lady told Pastor Frank, I told you this. When a lady told me that, she said, yeah, that she told her baby daddy that as long as her kids are in his house, that is on one condition, she has access to the house. And I said, oh, he's married. She said, I don't care. As long as my kids are in that house, I have access. And I looked at her and said, my dear, I think your baby daddy got himself some good wife, because you can't do that nonsense with me. He's not in my home. You know, my status must change this year in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 It will change in the name of Jesus. It will change. So guys, what's her name? Your boy Prince. I cannot tell you I know how you feel, you know, but thank God, thank you for opening up. Thank you for being very, very open and plain enough to share your story with us, because I'm sure you also taught someone else. You know, you also encouraged somebody else. You also made open someone else's eyes. You know, so thank you so much for that. And I also want to encourage each and every one of you. Be very explicit. Make your points very clear. Don't try to pretend about anything. You know, tell the guy what you want. Tell the girl what you want. You know, tell the guy what you want. Tell the girl what you want. Make it as very simple and less complicated as ever is very, very important. And lastly, don't be the one to tie yourself down. Love yourself enough. Respect yourself enough. Trust in yourself enough. Be confident in yourself so that you'll be able to handle whatever challenges come. You know, relationships sometimes can be hard, they can be easy, they can be toxic and whatever. But don't take your experience with your previous relationship into your next relationship. Is very important. What Mr. A did to you is not necessarily what Mr. B would do to you. But if you take the hurt from Mr. A and be searching for another person, guess what? You're going to attract exactly a man like Mr. A. Why? Because now your character has changed from the positive minded person, from the nice woman, from the nice man, from, you know, that creative person, that person who loves fun, to a bitter person, an unforgiving person. You're going to attract an unforgiving person, because anybody who cheats on a woman, any man who sleeps around, any woman who sleeps around, trust me, they don't love themselves enough. Because if they do love themselves enough, they will know that the essence of why they should not even sleep around is for their own health. They shouldn't sleep around for their own good. They shouldn't sleep around, you know, for their own benefit, for the love of themselves. What's the point tearing yourself? You know, what's the point tearing your body? tearing your skin, tearing your internal organs just because of someone who is not worth it. You know, yes, you're very, very right. They are really bad. You're very, very right. They are really bad. I don't know what she said, but you're really bad. Oh, please, what is really bad? Okay, so this, yeah, that's why I'm encouraging us, to love ourselves enough, be confident in ourselves, appreciate our own selves, be strong, and very importantly, be your own best friend. Yes, be your own. It's not bad to be alone. Sometimes people are scared of being lonely, but sometimes you actually learn a lot from being lonely. Don't be scared of being lonely. Sometimes you need it. Yeah, for real. Sometimes you need it so that you can clear your air, clear your atmosphere. I'm not saying, I didn't say be a loner, no. But don't. I'm not saying too much of everything is bad, but sometimes you just need that time with yourself to actually be able to be a better person. Okay, did you learn anything from today? Now I'm going to leave you right now because I also have other engagements at the moment. So I'm going to leave you. I know I've learned a lot. I don't know how much you learned. I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from your contributions. And I hope you learned something from us also. And I pray for you, every relationship here, that the Lord is going to and make them sweeter than they are already. Any relationship that is already going down the drain, I pray that the Lord shall lift it up again. Any relationship here, anyone here that is craving for a relationship, God, for a relationship, I pray that God will bless you with that awesome, wonderful relationship that you need. And also pray that God will give us the spirit of discernment to be able to discern those people that just want to come and chop and run, eat and clean mouth. I pray that God will also open our eyes to be able to discern them, see them from far. So when they're coming close, they're like, no, 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 this one is not for me, by the Spirit and the leading of the Holy Spirit. I also pray for us. Is anyone broken here? Let God, reconstruct, repair, rebound them. I pray that God will send you that man, that woman that wipe your tears and erase the memories of your past from you in the name of Jesus. And lastly, I pray that the Lord will give us love for ourselves, self-satisfaction, self reliance, self worth. God will build us, show us the areas of our lives that need working on, so that we'll be able to be a better people than we were already. So we'll attract the best people that will give us that peace that we need. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. 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 Thank you for being here. Thank you. It's always amazing to be with you people. It's always amazing. Thank you, every one of you, all the 19 of you that clicked your like button. If you have not clicked your like button, please go ahead and do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. God bless you too. Your boy Prince. God bless you. If you have my number, your boy Prince, text me. Okay. If you have your number, text me. Text me. God bless every one of you that clicked your like button. Thank every one of you that shared us. Thank every one of you that stayed put with us, regardless of the hours that we took. And most especially those of you that contributed your ideas and shared your experiences, like your boy Prince and Ujuekwe and Temilade. Thank you. Thank you, because trust me, your experience really encouraged me, and I know it taught somebody something that they did not know about today. God bless you. I love you all. Please go ahead and click your like button. Pum, pum, pum. Click your like button. Go ahead and share. Invite somebody so that they watch this live. I know it will definitely bless them. Okay? Now, like I said, we try as much as possible. Everything we do here is unscripted. We try as much as possible to come in and be real and be ourselves and teach you from our experiences, and I hope you don't judge our experiences, but rather you will learn from our experiences. All right. I love you guys. God bless you. Click the like button and share. Share, press your share. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, put your notification bell. So whenever we come on here, you know that we are here. All right. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you for with us. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you guys. God bless you.